Parker?
Chuck.
Well, Chuck, I'm Georgiana Comstock.
Well, welcome aboard, George.
Georgiana.
Oh, yeah, Georgiana. Yeah. Well, if anybody doesn't look like a George, you sure don't. Well, better get your legs. Here. Skip, hold up the war, will you? Got a little lady to help out here.
Couldn't we ride to the nurse's quarters?
Huh? Oh, no, that's Captain Binghamton. Jeep. And, he'd have us in irons if he ever found out. But, well, I guess it all comes under the spoils of war, so hop in. I'll just throw these up here for you. Hope you haven't got anything breakable in there. Well, here we go. Oh boy. Knock it off! There's your word. If Captain Binghamton never hears that.
That's not going to do any good. Try under the hood. The wires under the hood.
Parker, what are you doing in my Jeep?
Well, sir, just right now I'm trying to get out of the wheel.
Well, get out of the wheel and turn that thing off, you numbskull.
Right.
Hurry up about it. Captain Wally Binghamton at your service, my dear.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I'm Lieutenant Comstock, and this is all my fault.
Oh, that's quite all right, Lieutenant. I'm only sorry I wasn't here to offer you the Jeep myself. Can't you still out the horn?
I'm trying, sir.
Here, let me help you, Chuck.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you. Why couldn't you have done that?
Well,
I'm sure that he could have fixed it himself, Captain. Couldn't you, Chuck?
yeah, sure, Captain. It's very easy. All you got to do is just loosen this little gizmo here. Look. Stand back.
This just came in from Binghamton, Skip. Orders from Mr. Parker.
Orders from Mr. Parker? I wonder if that gold-braided stuffed shirt has up his mind. Oh, no.
What is it, Skip?
Did he really clobber Mr. Parker?
Now, lead bottom's just getting even for that oil bath. Here, listen to this. Ensign Charles Parker to report to the main base to be the officer in charge of basic training for the new nurses.
You're kidding.
You mean instead of getting 30 days, he gets to get all those dames?
Have you ever stopped to think about Mr. Parker's morale, huh? It's just like being taken out of action and told, go sit with the girls.
Well, I know what would do for my morale, Skip. Boom!
Boom, hot lips. All right, listen to me, boys. This is what we're gonna do. We gotta build up this assignment. We gotta make him believe that this assignment is second only to McCarthy. You got it? And we build it up big, you understand? And loud. All right, here we go. Hey, Chuck, front and center.
You mean Mr. Parker got the job?
I thought it was a toss-up between Halsey and Nimitz.
The Secretary of the Navy asked for him?
Yes, sir.
Great for Mr. Parker.
What's up, Skip?
Oh, hi, Chuck. Listen, you got a new assignment in addition to your regular orders. Here, congratulations, buddy.
Me? What the... Give basic training to girls?
Oh, well, no. This is a pretty top-level job now, Chuck. You know, anybody can toughen up a bunch of guys, but it takes a special type of He-Man to make a soft little girl into a hard combat-trained nurse. Yes, sir.
Guts. That's what you need. Guts.
Guts, that's right. And that's an awful lot of responsibility to put on a man's shoulders, you betcha. Well, here, look at this. First assignment for tomorrow. Judo and self-defense. Now, that's rough.
That's rough.
Well, it is, boy. Well, I guess if the job has to be done, it might as well be done by me, huh, Skip? Boy, hey, now Georgiana will see the other side of me. The hardest nails fighting man.
Only me.
Parker-san.
Yeah, well, I knew it was him all along. I was just showing you guys I'm ready to spring into action at any time. See that? Always alert. Always on balance. Make sure that nobody comes in from behind. Ha-ha! Hey! Stuck up. Okay, that's all the demonstration for today. The class is over. All right now, men. Girls. As you know, we are in a combat zone. Now, it is my job to check out the shapes that you're in. I mean, it's my job to make sure that you're in good shape. Attention.
Carry on, at ease.
Right. At ease. At ease.
I am at ease.
She is at ease.
Get on with it.
Yes, sir. Get on with it. Now, lieutenants, I am going to show you how to properly defend yourself by giving you a demonstration in the highly technical art of jiu-jitsu. Now, could I have a volunteer, please? Lieutenant Comstock, front and center. Now, the idea is to offset your enemy with a simple yet skillful maneuver. For instance, taking the forearm and...
Now, if you'll just pretend that you're the enemy and grab me from behind, I'll demonstrate my technique. Now, the enemy sneaks up on me, and when he grabs me... Oh, no, you should have used all your...
Chuck, I'm sorry, but you said to.
That's perfectly all right, Lieutenant. The ensign is capable of taking care of himself. Parker, you numbskull, you're supposed to be showing them how it's done.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I guess my leverage was a little off. I should...
Your leverage is off, your pea brain is off. Up, 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 up.
Well, I guess I got my leverage back, sir.
Why me? Why is it always me?
Chuck! Hey, Chuck! Hey, Chuck! Hey, Chuck, you got a vista, boy. Georgiana came all the way over here just to see you.
Georgiana?
Yeah.
Boy, if it's anybody I don't want to see, it's her.
Oh, now, come on, Chuck. I think you're being overly sensitive about the whole thing.
Overly sensitive? Let's face it, Skip. The girl I tried to impress is a better man than I am.
And for the 10th time, I'm telling you, it was a lucky throw. It could have happened to anybody. That's what she came over here to tell you.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was a lucky throw, that's all.
Hey, you know, maybe you're right, Skip. I bet you in a fair fight I could have taken her 2 out of 3 falls.
Well, of course you could, slugger. Now, come on. You're the executive officer of PT-73, and she's just a puny little nurse. So come on, boy. Get squared away. Plot your course. Yes, sir. Start your engines up, anchor.
Jill, that kind of talk.
Well, Lieutenant, Ensign, well, the place is yours. Well, why don't you show around, Chuck?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see you later. You go ahead now. All right, come on, boys, let's go. Come on, will you? Let's go. Come on, will you move? Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Well, I just thought it might be of interest for you to see how we combat men live.
Oh, it is.
This might be a point of interest. This is a 50 caliber machine gun. Oh, and this is an anti-aircraft gun emplacement. That's a Japanese Zero. Now, see, when they attack... Japanese Zero! Hey, sneak attack! How about it? Take cover! All right, Skip. You stay down. I'm going to try and get to the guns on the boat. Hey, you shot down that Zero.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, honest.
Hey, good shooting, Mr. Parker.
Congratulations, Chuck. I'm proud of you, boy.
Don't congratulate me. She did it.
Skipper, he did it. Mr. Parker put in for a transfer.
He what?
Fuji here found that carbon copy on his desk.
Oh, this is just great. Do you guys realize what'll happen to Chuck if he transfers out?
We know. Without us to look after Mr. Parker.
Stop. It's too horrible to even think of.
We gotta get him to change his mind and fast.
But how?
How? Georgiana!
Skip, if you flip.
Why? Why in the name of Nimitz would Parker put in for a transfer?
I don't know, sir. He just asked me to give it to you.
I don't know, sir. He just asked me to give it to you. Doesn't it smell fishy to you?
It smells more like beer to me, sir.
Oh, I did have one with my lunch, but I don't see what... Oh, never mind a beer. I tell you, I don't like this. For 1 year, I've been trying to break up that gang of pirates, and then all of a sudden, very politely, one of them walks in here and asks to leave. Now, why? Why is that? Why is McHale going in the hospital?
I don't know, sir.
I don't know, sir. Don't you know anything? Find out what it's all about. It might have something to do with this transfer. I want to know what they're plotting.
Yes, sir.
Wally, if I didn't have you on my side, I don't know what I'd do.
So remember, honey, all you gotta do is make like little Miss Helpless, huh? Then when the boys come in for the big finale, dressed up like wild and woolly headhunters, you scream, they run off, and you make like Chuck's a big hero for saving your life. You got it?
Sounds like a wild and woolly plan, all right. I only hope it works.
It will, if you don't forget one thing.
What's that?
This time, whatever happens, just make sure that he's Tarzan and you Jane, huh? Come on, huh? Well, that's about all, except, are you sure you'll be able to make it now?
Oh, I'll be down at your boat no matter what.
Okay, and we'll sneak you aboard, and it's off to Paliloa. See you later.
What do you think you're doing?
I get...
Chuck, come on, boy. It's a scramble. We got a mission.
I'm afraid you're going to have to go without me, Skip. I'll put in for a transfer.
Yeah, well, I heard all about that. Until your transfer comes through, you're still part of my crew. Now, come on, get moving. Let's go.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on now, belay that. There's an epidemic on one of the islands, and they put an emergency call for a nurse. So come on, climb on board on the double. All right, let go forward. Let go aft. Let's go. Take her, get us out of here.
Captain Binghamton, sir.
Hi, Captain Binghamton, remember?
Oh, yes.
What's the matter, Carpenter? Did they raid the slumber party?
Sir, they let me out of the hospital. They thought there was something wrong with my head, sir.
Is that what they thought? Well, there's going to be something wrong with your head if you don't have news for me about McHale.
Oh, I found out what they're up to, all right, sir. Nurse Comstock is sneaking off with Commander McHale and his crew, sir. They're sneaking off to Paliloa Island.
And the request for a transfer by Parker was just a smokescreen, huh? They're off on some orgy.
That's right, sir. Isn't it terrible?
Terrible? What are you talking about? It's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Finally got that rat pack. Carpenter, get my boat. We've got a party to crash.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Carpenter, put on your party things, would you? All right, steady she goes, Christy. That's Paliloa that we're approaching. I got a little cramp in my foot.
Condition red. Complete reports an enemy sub in this area.
Battle stations! We got a bandit, boys. Battle station!
All right, you heard it, Skip. Barrels. Stations.
Well, what about me?
We've got orders to put the lieutenant ashore, Skip.
By golly, that's right. We can't take a lady into combat. Christy, head for the beach. All right, prepare to launch the life raft.
All right, you heard him, Christy. Head her in there. Prepare to launch the life. Come on.
Now, I want you to take good care of the lady, sir. Come on now, honey. Over you go. Easy does it. There you go. Okay.
Skip, what about that sub?
No. Look, boy, you're the only one I can trust to protect the watch while we're gone. So come on, now, over you go.
Skip alone on an island with her.
Oh, now, look, ours not the question why. Ours is just getting a rap with the lieutenant. Will you? Come on, boy. Go.
Chuck, I'm so frightened. Please stay close to me.
You frightened?
Yes. Here we are all alone on a strange island out in the middle of nowhere. Thank goodness you're here to defend me.
あの辺に人間が2人動いてるらしい。
What's wrong?
Oh, well, I think I sprained my ankle or something. Oh, but you'll fix it, won't you, Chuck?
Me? Well, I'm not the medic. You're a nurse.
Well, yes, I know, but I'm all upset and nervous. No, I just can't think of what to do. And you're so calm and cool.
Well, now, if we both stay calm, maybe we can think of something else.
Oh, there! Now, why didn't I think of that? Chuck, you are just wonderful.
Think of what?
Well, the way you thought to use that handkerchief to tie up my ankle.
I did. Yeah, I thought. Well, sit up here. I'll...
Oh.
How I thought of that?
Oh.
Which one is it?
It doesn't matter. Oh, the right one. Oh, Chuck. Oh, that's one. Oh, Chuck.
Swear not.
Oh, it's okay.
Skip, we're almost back to where we dropped them off.
Yeah, I know. All right, kill your engines. We'll drift in. All right, you headhunters. Come on, boys. You're going out in about 5 minutes. Trick or treat.
Anyone for people burgers?
Come on, now, get moving, will you? Georgianne will be waiting for you.
Skip, we got company.
Oh, no. Binghamton, and how do you know where we are?
Yeah. See you around, guys. Gotta see a man with a shrunken head.
Captain? Oh, McHale, I really got you on your saltwater tramps this time. Did you find that girl, Carpenter?
No, sir. But, sir, look what I did find. Come on.
What in the blazes are they dressed for? Now I've seen everything.
Well, those are their costumes, sir. Yes, sir. They're rehearsing for the Car Tube of Follies. Yes, sir.
Rehearsing out here in the middle of the Pacific?
Uh-huh.
We don't want anyone stealing our routines, Captain.
Swanee! Yeah! My hero, Swanee! Swanee! Now cut that out! McHale, this is one folly of yours that is going to have a guaranteed run, about 20 years, I would say. Now, where's the girl?
Hal, are you there? Oh, my ankle. Oh, Chuck, you did it. You found us food. Oh, I wish I could have seen you climbing that tree just to get some food for little me. Going higher and higher and higher.
I picked these off the ground. I don't know if I can get them open now. They're tough little babies, but if you hold them just right, you can... Sometimes if you pound them together... Don't worry, I'll get them open for us.
Oh, what's that over there?
What?
Oh, look, see, the leaves are still moving.
Oh, it's probably the skipper coming back. Hey, Skip! We're over here! Hey, you guys!
Oh, there it is again. Oh, Chuck, I see them. Oh, they're all horrible painted headhunters. Oh, protect me.
Oh, don't lose your head. I mean, keep your head and your feet ready to go. All right, guys, come out.
Oh, they're all around us. They're over there.
Okay, you guys, come on. I got you covered. Where'd you see?
Chuck, I was just trying to help you.
Boy, have I ever been a prize sap. Well, go ahead, admit it. This whole thing's a big frame-up to make me look like a big man.
Chuck, you are a big man.
Yeah, sure. I bet you didn't even hurt your ankle either. And I bet you that the skip and the whole crew are in on this thing.
Chuck, look out, Japanese!
Oh, you think you're playing with kids? Don't you think I know Tinker and Happy dressed up in some of Gruber's old souvenir uniforms?
They're real. Do something.
Oh, sure. All right, come on, you guys. The show's over. Now, look, Georgiana, I had just about a... Now, ow! I said cut it out, and you can cut out that phony double talk.
I tell you, they're real.
Oh, sure. Don't you think I know a real Japanese when I see one? When I see one. All right, guys, stand back. No, I mean it. I got you covered. Okay, stand back now, you guys. I'm warning you. Well, now, look, shouldn't we talk this over, you guys?
Chuck, are you all right?
What happened?
Oh, this is horrible. I thought that they were going to kill you, so I mean you. Yes, you, Chuck. Oh, you were just wonderful. You knocked out those two Japanese.
I did? I mean, I did. Boy, how about that? Did you see me?
I think I'm going to faint.
Huh? Boy, isn't that just like a woman? He'll do it every time.
Now, Captain, before you go any further, sir, let me explain.
Oh, explain. McHale, you couldn't wiggle out of this one if you put on a grass skirt and did a hula.
Oh.
Hey, boy, did you guys ever miss the action? Hi, Skip. Hi, Captain.
You, hi, Captain, me. Who are these Japanese?
Oh, well, we found them up in the hill. Those guys are the spotters that the whole fleet's been looking for.
Good work, Chuck. Hey, what happened to Georgiana?
Oh, she's gonna be all right. She just fainted. You know how women are.
Oh, I don't know how women are. What's she doing here in the first place? Now I want the whole truth.
Oh, the truth. Yes, sir, the truth. Well, you see, we used her as a decoy. That's it, to flush out the nip. We better get going, Captain. These prisoners have to be delivered to Fleet. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you better get your prisoners moving.
Oh, I don't understand this, but I'm not going to argue in front of foreigners.
After you, Captain. All right, there you go. Come on, let's go. Chuck, you need any help?
No, I can manage, Skip.
Oh, what a man. What a man, eh, boy? Now, look, Captain, don't be upset. Now, I'll get my crew on it, and we'll have it patched up in no time at all.
McHale, get out of here and take this dim-witted drag racer with you. Just as soon as Whit Barrett leaves here, I'm going to transfer him out of here.
Oh, now, look here, Captain.
Did you say Whit Barrett is coming here?
Hey! Yes, I said Whit Barrett is coming here. And I want him to think this is a naval base, not the Indianapolis Speedway.
That's a good one, sir. Old Whit would have laughed at that one. He's got a great sense of humor.
Oh, does he? Well, I don't. Now, you button your lip and... How do you know he's got a great sense of humor?
Oh, he and I are old hometown buddies. Why, before he made the big time, I used to be his copy boy in the Chagrin Falls Gazette. After work, we'd go next door in the bar and have a couple drinks.
You and Whit Barrett used to drink together?
Well, not exactly. He'd have a bourbon and soda, and I'd have a Shirley Temple. But we always said Skol.
We know him then, huh?
Oh, yeah, we're old pals. Yeah, well, he used to say I appeal to his sense of humor.
Oh, well, Skol, Ensign, you appeal to mine, too. I mean, oh, yes. Can I help you out of there, Chuck? Don't worry about that. You know, I'd like to have you around here more.
Oh, but no, that's not possible, sir. The transfer, remember?
Quint, don't you know when your old commanding officers just fooling around. Right, Chucky?
Right, Captain.
You know, Chuck, I think that you're wasting your talents. You know that, boy? Anyone could drive a Jeep through a wall, you know? But how many men are capable of handling a job like public relations?
Public relations?
Just decided. I want you for my public relations officer.
Gee, did you hear that, Skip?
Loud and clear, yes. Well, now, Chuck, maybe with your influence, you could interest Mr. Barrett in doing a story on Captain Binghamton.
Oh, no. I wouldn't want Barrett to do a column on me. I'm much too modest a man for anything like that. Why, it'd be terribly embarrassing.
Well, now, don't you worry, Captain. With my influence, I assure you that Wit won't write a word about you.
You do, now, if a newspaper man needs copy, who am I to deny it to him? And who are you? You shouldn't do it either. Because if you do, you're going to get the fastest transfer in the history of Taratupa. Make myself clear, Chuck?
Sure thing, Wally.
Here we go.
Bye-bye, Captain. Keys are in the Jeep.
That's murder. Why would anyone want to write about the captain?
Yeah, he's about as dull as you can get. Even his name is dull. Wallace Burton Binghamton.
I once had a disease with a more colorful name.
You know, a good nickname would sure help. Look at all the publicity on Bull Halsey and Blood and Guts Patton.
Yeah, and what about Mad Dog Yamamoto?
Christ! Hey, you sparked me onto something. That's the angle.
Yeah.
A name, sure. And I got the perfect name for Captain Binghamton.
Jolly Wally Binghamton?
Well, now, sir, we got to make you a colorful character. We got to build up your public image.
But Jolly Wally, that sounds like a candy bar. Get off of my desk.
Well, now, sir, it's more than a name. It's an attitude you have to take. Jolly Wally Binghamton, a man who laughs in the face of adversity, smiles when the going is roughest, chuckles where others may cry.
You think you'd go for a thing like that?
Well, not only Barrett, sir, but the whole country. Why, it'll be in all the papers, radio broadcast. Really, sweep the country.
Sweep the country?
Oh, yeah.
Sit on the desk, boy. All I have to do is laugh and smile and chuckle?
Yeah. But I know it's going to be kind of hard at first, sir, but you just have to practice a little bit. Sir, could you give me a little laugh now just to see what one would sound like?
It's kind of a combination laugh and chuckle, I do.
Well, sir, maybe we ought to do the Stanislavski method. Think of something funny, like your wife leaving you.
Yes, I can see it.
Funny, let's see if you can laugh in the face of adversity.
Why would you do a thing like that? Just when I get to like you, you do a dumb thing like that.
Jolly Wally Binghamton.
Oh, you feel I'm supposed to...
Here he comes, Skip, the great Whit Barrett.
Hey, Chuck, are you sure he's going to go for this Jolly Wally stuff? I don't know. If this thing backfires...
Now, look, Skip, I got the captain all worried, so don't get briefed.
What?
I mean, I got the captain briefed, so don't get worried.
Oh.
Hey, hi, Whit. Remember me? Not little Chucky Parker. Well, how are you, old boy?
Well, it's Ensign Charlie Parker now, base public relations.
Oh, Ensign, huh? Well, that should add another 3 years to the war.
That's what I mean by a sense of humor, Skip. Oh, this is my skipper, Commander McHale.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Well, you're going to love it around here. We got a CO that's a barrel of laughs.
Yeah. Well, he's a real colorful character. I'm sure he'll give you a great story.
Good. Take me to your leader.
Well, we don't have to, really. He's coming to see you, though.
Oh, wonderful.
Stop here. You addle-headed nitwit.
Whit, I'd like you to meet our skipper, Jolly Wally Binghamton.
Nice to meet you, Captain.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Barrett. I forgot. Give my congratulations to the motor pool. They really lined those brakes this time.
Captain, your hat.
Oh, my $25 hat is ruined. Steal again.
I've been around this war zone about 7 months, Captain Binghamton, and...
Just call me Jolly.
Sure thing, Jolly. As I was saying, I never met anyone quite like you.
Well, a man who can laugh in the face of adversity.
Yeah. Hurry! Hurry! Take cover! Hurry! Come here.
Chuck, take care, Mr. Barrett. I'll go to the boat. Hey, Bert, where's all the guys?
Back of the base, Skip.
There he comes now. Let's get him.
Open up! Open up!
Oh, well, I can't, Captain. It's jammed.
Well, unjam it, you bird brain!
It won't budge, Jolly.
Oh, yeah. I could get killed out here.
Bob, someplace there.
You have to walk this way.
Well, Bingham says the engines are okay. How you doing, Verge? Well, the gun cart got chopped up pretty bad, Skip, but I fixed it.
Good. Uh-oh. Here comes Laughing Boy. Now, look. Let's make him look good, even if it hurts, right?
Mr. Barrett, Captain. Well, sir, I'm sorry about our little visitor up there.
Oh, that's all right. Most interesting air raid I ever been through.
Oh. It was a million laughs. Thank you, Commander. Well, Mr. Barrett, now I'm going to show you how our boats are combat ready at all times. Now, right over here, we've... Oh, stupid!
I'm sorry, sir.
He's a lovable fella. Oh, I haven't had so much fun in years. Extra beer for everybody. Extra beer. Oh, don't worry about that.
Man, the extinguisher, the captain's pants are on fire.
Didn't say that again.
Fire's out, Captain. Fire's out.
I'm so sorry about that, sir. That's all right. Accidents will happen. And now, Mr. Barrett, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to check into the infirmary. I think I have second-degree burns.
Okay, Tinker. Start your engines.
Skip, how about letting me take command of the boat? I'd like to impress Wit, too, you know.
Okay, go ahead, Chuck.
Bon voyage.
Okay, full speed ahead.
Hey! Kill your engines! You forgot to cast off your mooring lines! Captain! Captain! Are you all right, sir?
I'm drowning.
Captain Binghamton!
Finally, McHale, don't you ever knock.
Oh, well, now, remember Jolly Wally?
Oh, that's right, Jolly. Don't you? Oh, knock it off with that Jolly Wally stuff. It's been almost 3 weeks since that draft-dodging correspondent was here. And there hasn't been a word about me in the papers.
Well, that's what we came to talk to you about, sir. The paper just arrived in the mail, and it's got your story in it.
My story's in that paper? Oh, don't just stand there. Read it to me quickly.
Sir, a dispatch just arrived for you.
Oh, belay that, Cartman. Belay that. Hurry, read it aloud.
But, sir, this is very...
Be quiet. Listen to this. I want you to know what kind of a man you're serving under. Read.
Yeah. A report from a PT base somewhere in the South Pacific. That's our base. I spent a day with a commanding officer known to his men as Jolly Wally Binghamton. I'd met a good many COs in my travels through the war zone, but none quite the equal of Jolly Wally.
My boy, you're going to get a promotion for this.
I swear, Chuck.
Thank you, sir. Now, in the course of my day with this most extraordinary CO, I watched him pitched out of a Jeep on his head and come up laughing. During an enemy attack, he stood outside of a bomb shelter and laughed as he was strafed by enemy gunfire. I watched him laugh again as he backed into a welder's torch, and later, when the dock was pulled out from under him by one of his own PT boats, he laughed with joy as he almost drowned. Boy, that was a good day. In my opinion, he, well, it gets pretty dull after that, sir, so I won't read any more.
What do you mean, dull? What is dull about that? I find it very exciting. Read. It's not dull. Give it to me. I'll read it. Dull. You don't even know what's... In my opinion, the lives of our fighting boys should not be entrusted to a laughing hyena like this. I think he's been out there too long and he should be investigated.
Well, you know what they say in the newspaper game, sir? Even bad publicity is good publicity.
That's right, sir, and they spelled your name right, too. No P.
Oh, no, P! A story like that could ruin me. Why, the Navy Department could send somebody out here to investigate me to find out if I'm mentally competent to command this base.
Oh, sir, then you've already read this dispatch.
Yes, I've read this. What dispatch?
Well, this one, sir, from Confleet to Captain Wallace Binghamton. It says, stand by for examination by fleet psychiatrist at 1700 today to determine your fitness for combat command.
Psychiatrist?
Well, sir, if you want to forget about my promotion, it's all right with me.
Promotion? I can lose my command over this, Parker, and if I do, I want to tell you one of my last acts is going to be to break you down to apprentice seaman and ship you to the Aleutians in your skivvies.
Now, calm down, Captain. This may not be as bad as it looks, sir.
Yeah, now, there still may be a way out of this, public relation-wise, you know. So now, let's not lose our heads.
Don't lose our heads, he says. Don't lose our heads. Don't lose our heads. No! I'll get you, you flea-brained nitwit! Captain! Wait!
Wait a minute! What happened?
Well, can't you see? Captain's flipped.
Well, I just saw the dispatch about the fleet psychiatrist.
Well, that's what did it.
I'll get you, you nitwit! Stop running! That's an order!
That man needs something to calm him down. You know, a tranquilizer.
Hey, Molly, that's it. Tranquilizers. Go get them, will you, honey? Lots of them.
What a war. Captain Binghamton?
Who is it? Who's there? Who is that?
It's Commander Turner, Captain. I thought you might like to have some hot milk. I also brought you some tranquilizers.
I don't want any. Tranquilizers are for nervous people. Who needs tranquilizers?
Well, I'll just leave them for you in case you change your mind. Take 2.
Captain Binghamton?
What is it? What?
Sir, I just got a call from the airfield. The psychiatrist plane will be landing in 30 minutes. Are you all right, sir?
Of course I'm all right. I wish everybody quit asking me if I'm all right. Get out of here.
permission to use the radio, but I don't think this is a good time to see the old man. Besides, the doc will be here any minute.
Now, look, Skip, I think we ought to tell him about radio and Whit Barrett for that retraction. It might calm him down.
Maybe. Boy, I sure hope Molly got him that tranquilizer.
Ensign Parker requests permission to speak to the commanding officer.
Oh, come on. Help me get him out of this wastebasket.
I wonder who threw him away.
Come on. Captain, come on, boy. Wake up.
Oh, you're worried about him being relaxed.
Chuck, both find his clothes. Go on, tell him to dump him. Captain, come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, before that psychiatrist gets here. Come on, you gotta pull yourself together. Come on, Captain.
Hey, wake up, Captain.
Come on, let's get his shirt on. Come on up, boy. I'll take one arm, you take the other. Hey, you don't suppose that pill that Molly gave him could have knocked him out so cold, do you? I don't know, Skip. Got him in. Put his pants on. Right. There you go. That's you, stupid! On him, that's it. All right, come on. All right, I'll get him some black coffee. Take it easy now. Yeah, Captain. What'd you do with his head? Come on, Captain. Come on, boy. Come on. Get this black coffee in here.
Boy, if he were any more relaxed, he'd be dead.
Who's there?
Captain Saunders of the Medical Corps.
Oh, talk about being dead. We are. Hey, stall him. I'll take Binghamton in this other room and try to bring him to.
Good afternoon, Captain Binghamton.
Well...
You are Captain Binghamton, aren't you? Calm now, Captain. That's a very simple question.
Captain? Why, yes. Well, yes, it is. Yes, it's quite a simple question. Well, 1,700 hours, cocktail time. What do you say we go down to the club and have a couple drinks? You coming? Yeah.
Captain Binghamton, I have to be back at the airstrip by 1800. So if you don't mind, we will proceed at once with this examination.
Glass of pop, maybe?
Yeah, you know, Captain Binghamton, you're very young looking for a man in your position.
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, our whole family is kind of young looking. Baby faces, yeah. Well, my father didn't shave till he was 35. Neither did my mother.
I have a notation here that you were pitched right out of your Jeep, and yet you came up laughing. Do you always laugh when you get hurt?
Well, actually, I didn't get hurt. I landed on my head.
Captain Binghamton! I just came by to see how you were doing. Oh, excuse me, sir. My name is Lieutenant Commander McHale.
Captain Saunders, now, if you don't mind, I'd like to continue this examination in private.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll leave.
Oh, well, then why don't we all go down to the officers' club and have a drink?
Is that all you men do on this base, drink? Commander, I'm sure you'll excuse us while we continue with this examination.
What's going on here?
Now, who was that?
That was the captain's orderly, sir. A little bit under the weather.
Say, you know, that was a pretty good idea, McHale's. I think we ought to all go down to the officers' club and have a little drink.
What's going on here? What do you men run, a naval base or a cocktail lounge?
That's a good one, Captain.
Oh, hiya, Chucky. They told me you'd be here. When? I got you dispatched at Kahlua and flew over. Maybe I been a little too rough on Captain Binghamton, so I decided to try writing a new story on him.
You mean this isn't Captain Binghamton?
Of course not. That's Ensign Parker. What's going on here?
That's what I'd like to know. And where the blazes is Captain Binghamton?
Let me out of here!
Well, look, Captain Saunders, wait over here.
If you invite me for another drink, I'll flip. McHale, stand away from that door, and that's an order.
Let me out of here!
That was Captain Binghamton.
Yeah.
Well, see, like I said, sir, he's just as sane as any one of us.
Well, that's psychiatrist turned out to be a regular guy after all. According to this dispatch, he passed me with flying colors.
Oh, congratulations, sir. I just knew you were normal.
Well, sir, I think that Ensign Parker deserves a good bit of the credit here, too.
Credit? Credit for what? What?
Well, his getting Whit Barrett to write that special story on the psychiatrist certainly didn't hurt.
Well, I guess as much as I hate to admit it, Parker does have a head on his shoulders.
Excuse me, sir.
You blithering, turtle-brained idiot.
No, wait a minute, Captain. You remember you said he had a good head on his shoulders?
Yes, and I'm going to remove it.
It's just not like it never happened before, Captain.
Tinker, there he is.
But Betsy, I love you. And what's more, I'm daring, resourceful, and cool. Dead.
What do you say, Skip?
Well, now, let me get this straight. You want me to lend you a $250,000 torpedo boat so Tinker here can make time with some nurse?
Such a small favor to ask.
Plus which I let myself be tied up in some cave on an island?
Yes, Skip, while I take pictures of the heroic action. Just long enough for Tinker to rescue you single-handed from this Japanese commando.
Banzai! I'm gonna banzai you in a minute. Now, come on, out, all of you, out!
Oh, come on, Skip, this is for Tinker. Skipper, I'm crazy in love with Betsy.
Well, that's too bad. There's a war going on, remember?
Yeah, and don't forget, we get paid for clobbering those nips. Oh, sorry, Pooch.
Skip, don't you even want to think it over a little?
I thought it over. And if I hear one more peep on it, any of you eight-balls about dames and heroes, so help me, Hannah, I'll feed you to the sharks.
Hey, that ain't bad. Then Tinker could rescue us from a sea full of sharks, and we...
Come on, get out of here. Out. Get out of here, out. Come on, you two.
Hey, come on, Fuji. I told you I was sorry.
Betsy, I can't stand it.
Me neither. Groove, you gotta do something. What can I do? You heard the skipper lower the boom. Take the P. Attention.
As you were, man.
Loose lips sink ships. Pretty catchy.
Betsy has gorgeous lips. I wonder who's kissing them now.
Yeah, well, bum show, Tink. Listen, if you want to come over to my digs and talk it over man to man.
With who, sir?
Oh, we'll find somebody. I mean, with me. Kind of loud. Some guys have no appreciation around here. You know, a guy goes through a lot of trouble once in a while. Ow! Gee, you better watch it, Fuji. You know, the Geneva Convention works both ways.
Coach, put that stuff back in stock. Keep it neat.
Somebody else is taking my place. Somebody else now shares her embrace.
Groove, you gotta help our buddy before I kill him.
No mayhem.
While I'm out trying to keep from crying.
Hey, where did he learn to sing, anyway?
Quiet, you guys. I'm trying to think.
Will you stop humming? He's trying to think.
I got it. Loose lips sink ships. Right? So who says we can't also torpedo a dame?
Wait a minute. You hum one hair on my girl's head now.
What are you driving at, Groove? Well, it's simple. Betsy wants a hero. We'll get her one. We'll spread the scuttlebutt around that Tinker here has been picked for a very dangerous mission from which he won't come back.
What kind of mission?
What kind of mission? There's this new secret weapon. Good. And the 73 is going out to test it against the Nips. Don't that make Tink a big hero?
Yeah, what happens when Betty finds out there's no such mission?
That's the beauty part. She falls for you before we go.
She does?
It's the least she can do for a guy with 1 foot in the cemetery.
Yeah, I know, Betsy. Oh, boy, when she hears I'm taking out this new secret weapon.
What kind of a weapon? How do I know? It's a secret. Anyhow, I wouldn't tell you. I'm sorry, Fooge. I didn't mean that. All right, you rumor mongers, what are we waiting for? Let's go and start loosening up those lips.
Yeah, she's in there. Betsy. Get down, boy, down. Easy down.
I'll take over now, Betsy. Thanks, Zoe. I'll pick it up from here.
Okay.
All right, guys, all set?
Boy, I sure don't envy those guys on the 73.
The 73? What about them?
Ain't you heard? They pulled this ultra-special mission.
Yeah, they're gonna try out some new secret weapon.
Secret weapon, huh?
Wow, sounds like Tinker and all those guys will soon be wearing medals of honor around their necks.
Yeah, if they still got necks.
Well, shh. Remember, this is all top secret, so let's keep it real quiet.
Do you think we got through to her?
Tink, you're in.
Let me see how she's taking it. Please, Virgil.
Fire in the main locker. Oh, let's get out of here. Whoops, too late. And salute.
That's right, Doris. A secret weapon. But don't let it get around. Oh, listen, I gotta go now. Bye. Ryan, wait till you hear this. Now, you gotta promise to keep it under your hat. It's top secret.
Baby, my lips are sealed. Well, the way I heard it, Halsey told Nimitz. Chester, he says there's only one crew can handle us. The good old 73. You see, they're checking out some kind of new weapon. And if it works, boom! They're going to be naming streets after those guys in the 73. But don't spread it around, huh? This is top secret. They don't even know about this in Washington yet.
Oh, Ensign Parker, what's new? Hey, Carpenter. Lieutenant Carpenter, please. Listen, can you keep it top secret? Why, of course. And that's how it is, sir.
But why McHale and the 73 crew? Why?
It was FDR's idea, I heard, sir. And he talked it over with Churchill.
But why wasn't I told anything about this? I didn't get any orders from Comfleet. Who's in command here?
You, sir, and may I say doing a darn fine job.
Oh, shut up. Let me get to the bottom of this. Where is McHale?
He's on his way over here, sir.
First the commendation and now this. But I tell you, I'm going to make him talk. I'll worm it out of him if I have to strangle him with my bare hands. Ah, McHale reporting, sir. Oh, Quint, old man.
Quint, old man?
Yeah. Have a seat. What do you mean, what is it I want, Quint? I mean, do I always have to want something? After all, we've served together a long time, huh?
It sure looks that way.
Sir, sure looks that way. Ah, Quint, you know what they say about the Navy. The Navy's like a football team. Everybody's in there playing that whole game together. Nobody's trying to hog the glory, Quint. You know, when that halfback, he gets that ball and he crashes through that line, he wants it, Quint. Quint, are you listening to me, Quint?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You go right ahead. It's your football.
That's my football. That you're talking, that's an order.
Talk, sir?
I'm a patient man, McHale. I can be pushed just so far, but I demand to know all about... Tin Hut? Yes, I demand to know all about your Tin Hut. Oh, Admiral Rogers.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. McHale, I'm glad you're here. I was just coming over to see you.
Oh, is there anything I can do for you, sir?
Yes, there is, Captain. How would you like to take on a special assignment?
Oh, a special assignment, McHale. I'm ready for anything, sir.
Good. Now, you know Admiral Walsh over on Bangalore.
Admiral Walsh of Special Weapons?
That's right. He needs a new refrigerator.
Oh, he needs a refrigerator?
See that he gets it. McHale, I want to talk to you.
At your service, sir.
In private. Do you mind, Captain?
Oh, I know, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. McHale gets the glory, and I get stuck with the refrigerator. You, Carpenter, this is a hard piece of cheese to swallow.
Well, perhaps if you tried a little glass of water, sir, make it down.
Oh, shut up. Water. I'm going to find out what this secret mission is about. Why do they make the window so high? Down, down.
Yes, sir.
Now, don't hurt me.
And right off the island, huh?
Yes, sir. Lantiki Island, sir. Why, that has the best marlin fishing in the whole Pacific, sir.
Oh, fine. Well, the senator will like that.
Carry on. Carpenter, window is shut tight. I can't hear a thing. Can you read lips?
No, sir, but I can wiggle my ears.
Wiggle your eyes.
Oh, sir, they're coming out, sir, quick.
Now, I need hardly say, McHale, that mum's the word. Oh, like they say, sir, loose lips sink ships.
Yeah. Oh, Captain, you will follow through on that refrigerator now.
Oh, yes, sir. Like a shot, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good.
McHale, just come into my office.
Oh, wait a minute, Captain. Won't it wait? I want to give this lad dinner on my ship.
In the admiral's mess?
Why not? Under the circumstances, the least I can do. So long, McHale.
Somebody up there hates me.
I can't tell you when, Mom, but it's the day after tomorrow. So if I don't come home, remember I love you and take good care of yourself and Dad and my India rubber plant. Your devoted son, Charlie.
Boy, that's beautiful.
Hold it now, Chuck, what is all this?
Well, I just wanted you to send it to my mommy. You know, just in case.
Just in case?
Skip, you don't have to talk. I understand.
Understand what?
Don't worry. When the hour strikes, I'll measure up.
Chuck, what in blazes are you babbling about?
Skip, you can trust me. Loose lips sink ships.
But Skip, we didn't do anything. Just dropped a little scuttlebutt.
To help me with Betsy. And ooh, is it helping?
Yeah, it's all over the base.
Oh, so that's why Mr. Parker was so, And Binghamton? I ought to throw you all in a brig!
But Skipper.
I told you there was a war going on. You bunch of bilge-brained glory hounds.
But it was just a little scuttlebutt. That don't hurt anybody.
Ha-ha.
After all, what harm can come from a little rumor?
Parker, I'm going to get it out of you if it's the last thing that I ever do. Now, you talk.
I have nothing to say, sir.
Parker, do you know that I can have you clapped in irons? I can have you flogged right on up to the fleet. Now, I know that the mission is set for tomorrow. Now, what orders has McHale received? Talk.
No comment.
Answer. Do you know the penalty for disobeying a superior officer in time of war?
Death, sir.
By a firing squad. Now, I am a superior officer. This is the time of war. This is your captain speaking. Now, you talk.
Charles Parker, Ensign, USNR, serial number 42-13402.
Parker.
Oh, wait, no, it is 401. No, it is 402. If my dog tags hadn't rusted, I'd
Who's going away from a firing squad? Carpenter, you get me my 45.
It's over McHale's Island, sir. It's a reconnaissance plane.
The Japanese know, but they won't tell me. Parker. After him. Yes, sir.
Oh, excuse me.
Urgent message from Complete, sir.
Well, give it to me. You're keeping your hat all day. Carpenter, this is it. This is it. It's in code.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you want? Out. Shit.
Admiral Rogers.
Yes.
Where?
Where?
is Admiral Walsh's refrigerator.
Refrigerator? Oh, this is a Saturday end.
Oh, it's only Thursday today.
Shut up! McHale gets the glory and I get stuck with the refrigerator. Get McHale on the phone.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, it was just a single nip reconnaissance plane. Yes, sir. Oh, I have no idea what they were looking for, sir. Yes, sir, Captain. I'm listening.
McHale, you're going on a mission immediately. Be prepared to shove off in 1 hour. Carpenter, I'm a genius. I'm going to send McHale to Bangalore with a refrigerator.
Oh, but sir,
Nobody told me to keep him available. When the orders come through, I'll pick the man to go on the mission.
Oh, brilliant, sir. Just brilliant.
Elroy, and this is going to be a great day in your young life. Tomorrow you sail off into history. You certainly do. I'm going to use you to test that secret weapon against the Japanese.
But, sir, I'm not worthy of such an honor, sir.
Cut, Elroy. We're going to see this through together.
You're coming along, sir?
In spirit.
But, sir, that's practically a suicide mission.
Well, dead or alive, you're bound to get the Medal of Honor.
Please, sir.
And Elroy, if you do make it, and you've got all those photographers and reporters clustering around you, I'm going to be at your side.
Betsy, you look sensational.
Oh, thank you. I got us a Jeep. We'll drive to that lonely beach across the island.
Betsy, this is the moment I've been waiting for all my life.
Hey, Tinker! Come on, let's go, buddy, on the double.
On the double where?
Back to the island.
Virgil, this is Betsy, remember? Get lost.
Oh, sorry, pal, we got orders. We're shoving off right now.
Today? I thought it was tomorrow.
That's right, tomorrow. Get lost, Betsy.
Told me to bring you back.
Well, I'm not going. I won't go back. I won't. Come on. No, you please. Come on. Get lost, I told you. Come on, now. No.
But this is your finest hour.
I thought it was gonna be. Come on, buddy. Come on. Betsy, baby. Betsy.
Well, this thing's heavy. Well, they sure got it covered. What's in it, Skip?
It says here it's a refrigerator.
And that's exactly what it is.
A refrigerator. Now, come on, knock it off.
A refrigerator?
These lips think ships. What the devil's in this box? A refrigerator.
And you dragged me away from Betsy for this?
There's something funny going on around here, Mr. Parker. Can we take a little peek?
Certainly not. And that's an order. Now, you heard the skipper batten down and... Shh.
Hey, guys, I don't like the looks of this.
Yeah, they sure are making a big fuss over just a refrigerator.
Hey, Groom, do you think this could be some sort of secret weapon?
Nah.
Well, don't you know what they're saying over at the main base?
What? They say de Gaulle wanted his Frenchies to test this thing.
Kidding. But FDR told him it was earmarked for the 73. Don't say. I heard it was Churchill who. Wait a minute. We started that rumor.
Even so, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Hey, group.
Yeah, Ryan?
Remember that crap game when we all went into hot here?
Yeah.
Well, here.
Deadbeat Ryan is paying up?
All of us, group. We wouldn't want it on our conscience now. Well, sayonara, group.
Yeah, that ought to do it all right, Parker. All right, boys, get ready to shove off.
Hey, Skip, what are we carrying? And where are we really going?
Oh, come on now. What's eating you guys?
Skip, can you tell us the target for the night?
Yes, I can. Bangalore. And we're delivering a refrigerator to some admiral.
Oh, come on, Skip.
Give it to us straight.
We can take it.
All right, now, stow it. You heard the skipper. It's a refrigerator. Isn't it?
That's right. Now, doggone it, stop your jabbering, will you? Come on now, you room-amongers, let's get moving. Take a start your engines.
Betsy, Betsy, I'm going to get killed without even enjoying the fringe benefits.
Will you get moving, you bunch of meatballs? Come on. Gruber, this is the last time I'm going to say it. This is not a secret mission, and that is a refrigerator we're carrying.
Skipper, don't you trust us?
Oh, let's deliver this! Now, look, you 8 balls have fallen for your own scuttlebutt, and I've had all I'm going to take from you guys.
Hey, Ben, it's at 10 o'clock. There's a pack of them.
hundreds of them.
Well, what do they want from us?
Does that answer your question? Not a secret mission, eh?
Christy, let's get out of here.
Hey, sub off the port side.
That's starboard, you dummy.
Hey, there's a sub there, too.
Evasive action.
Now, how can those nips have found out?
How else? Rupert is big now.
Boy, loose lips are gonna sink a ship, all right. Ours.
Come on, pour it out. Get us out of here.
Hey, the engines have calmed down. We're carrying too heavy a load.
Well, dump it over the side. Come on, you heavy. Get that blasted box over the side. On the double.
Pleasure. But Skip, you can't do that.
Who says so? Get it over the side. Come on.
Well, what's FDR gonna say? And Churchill.
All right, there she goes. Try the engines now.
Boy, DeGaule's gonna be mad, too.
Now, let's get out of here.
Hey, look, the nips are going after it.
Hey, Christy, head for that cove.
There's a nip sub in the way.
What? Stand by the fire torpedoes! Forward! Fire through! Bingo! All right, come on, boy, let's make tracks.
They got it. Skip, they got the box.
How about that? Ice cubes. Ice cubes?
I told you, you goony bird.
Hey, how about that? Inventing a secret weapon that fires ice cubes.
Tink. Ah, hero. Go get it, Tink.
Betsy, look, the Bronze Star. We sank the sub and... I'm dead. I'm still breathing, but I'm dead.
Don't worry, Tinker. You shall return. We'll start some new scuttlebutt. We'll spread the word to Betsy that,
You were saying, oh great loose lips?
In your mouth. Very dangerous lint, she stammered. Xavier sat up. The prank he had planned earlier forgotten in the face of this new weirdness. Dominique, we need to talk about trust, about Cassandra Thorne, and about why you're trying to perform a medical procedure on me at 3 a.m. Chapter 5. The joint decision. The following morning, the Sterling Vance household was hit by a new scandal. Mama G, the no-nonsense housekeeper who had raised Xavier and was now essentially the family's moral compass, walked into the living room holding a small, hand-rolled cigarette between two fingers like it was a poisonous insect. I found this, Mama G announced, her voice like grinding gravel. In the hallway, outside Leo's room, Xavier and Dominique froze. Leo? Dominique gasped. My baby is a herbalist? A jazz musician? A crackhead? It's a joint, Dominique. Not a crack pipe, Xavier said, though he looked equally horrified. Leo, get down here. Leo descended the stairs, looking confused. When he saw the item in Mama G's hand, his eyes went wide. Whoa, is that the icky sticky? In this house? I thought we were a just say no family. Don't play with me, boy, Xavier yelled. Is this yours? No, I swear. I'm a nerd. I spend my time on Discord, not on the corner. The intervention was brutal. Dominique began quoting statistics about gateway drugs and the loss of dental hygiene, eventually spiraling into a story about her great-uncle Harold, who became a man named Peaches after one too many puffs. Just as the tension reached a breaking point, Mama G let out a long, weary sigh. Put the books down, Dominique. And Xavier. Stop looking like you're going to faint, Mama G said, snatching the joint back. It's mine. The room fell silent. Yours? Xavier whispered. Mama G, you're a pillar of the community. You're the treasurer of the usher board. And I have glaucoma. You idiots, Mama G snapped. The doctor prescribed it to help with the nausea from my treatments. I'm fine. I'm not dying. And I certainly don't want to be called Peaches. Now, Leo, go back to your room. And you two learn to talk to each other instead of flying off the handle like a pair of broken screen doors. Chapter 6. Rings, real estate, and regrets. The climax of the Metropolis melodrama occurred during a celebratory dinner hosted by Sloane at her penthouse. The group was all there. Xavier, Dominique, Sloane, Adrian, Julian, and the ever-present Tiffany. The atmosphere was thick with unspoken secrets. Xavier knew Dominique had visited Cassandra. Dominique knew, or feared, that Dante was Leo's biological father. Julian was contemplating a life sentence, also known as marrying Tiffany. I have an announcement, Julian said, standing up and looking like a man facing a firing squad. He pulled out a box containing a diamond the size of a grape. Tiffany, will you make me the luckiest, or at least the most supervised man in the world? Tiffany screamed so loud the neighbor's dog started barking. Yes, but only if we have 22 Clydesdales at the wedding. Adrian, watching the scene, turned to Sloane. You know, Sloane, we've been together a long time. Maybe we should, join the club? Sloane, usually the coolest person in the room, suddenly looked like she wanted to jump off the balcony. Join the club? No, Adrian said, his voice dropping. Marriage. Oh, hell no, Sloane whispered. Why would we ruin a perfectly good thing with paperwork and shared taxes? I love my freedom, Adrian, and I love my bank account. Let's just stay studious. Okay? The rejection was awkward, public, and quintessentially Metropolis Heights. Chapter 7. The Final Reveal. As the dinner ended and the guests filtered out, Dominique found herself alone in the kitchen with Dante, who had stopped by to drop off a final invoice. Dante, she whispered, the DNA results burning a hole in her pocket. I need to know. About 14 years ago, Dante looked at her, his expression softening. Dominique, I remember that night. It was beautiful. But there's something I never told you. What? She gasped. That you're Leo's father? Dante laughed, a rich, booming sound. Leo's father? Dominique, I had an accident in preschool, a pencil, a high-speed chase through the playground. Let's just say I've been firing blanks since the first Bush administration. I can't have kids. Dominique felt the weight of the world lift off her shoulders, followed immediately by a wave of immense guilt for swabbing her husband's mouth. So, she breathed. Xavier is the father? Of course he is, Dante said. He has the same stubborn chin and the same inability to dance. Now, pay your bill, boss lady. Chapter 8. For better or for worse. Mostly worse. Late that night, Xavier and Dominique sat on their bed. The Marvin Legend record was spinning, but the volume was low. I went to see Cassandra, Dominique admitted, her voice small. I lied when I said, I trusted you implicitly. I needed to know. I know you did, Xavier said, pulling the apology letter from his nightstand. I've known since yesterday, and I thought Dante might be Leo's father. I tried to DNA swab you. Xavier stared at her. You what? It's been a long week. Xavier. He started to laugh, and after a moment, she joined him. It was the laughter of two people who were perfectly imperfect, bound together by love, secrets, and the thin walls of a house that heard everything. So, Xavier said, pulling her close. No more secrets? No more swabs? No more studying with contractors? No more, Dominique promised. But Xavier, yeah, we're still getting that salon expansion. And you're paying for the extra columns. Xavier sighed, kissing her forehead. For better or for worse, Dominique. For better or for worse. And as the velvet voice of Marvin Legend filled the room, the Sterling Vance household finally found its rhythm, until the next scandal at least. The end. The Chaos Chronicles. Love, Lies, and Larry White. Chapter 1. The acoustic treachery of the Heights. The morning air in the upscale neighborhood of Sapphire Heights was usually filled with the scent of freshly roasted Arabica and the distant hum of electric lawnmowers. Inside the sprawling residence of Xavier and Simone Sterling, however, the atmosphere was thick enough to cut with a steak knife or perhaps a soldering iron, depending on who was holding it. Leo, their 14-year-old son, sat at the kitchen island, methodically drowning his cereal in a sea of whole milk. He was a child of the digital age, possessing ears that could pick up a Wi-Fi signal at 50 paces and, unfortunately, the intimate rhythms of his parents' bedroom through the suspiciously thin drywall. I didn't want to hear it, Leo muttered to his bowl of flakes. But part of me needed to know if the truce was holding. Xavier Sterling, the city's most charismatic sports anchor, bounded into the kitchen. He was a man who lived his life in high definition, wearing a tailored suit that cost more than a mid-sized sedan. He looked at his son, then at the empty seat where his wife usually sat. "Morning, champ. Ready for the big algebra test?" Xavier asked, his voice booming with the practiced resonance of a man who spent 4 hours a day behind a microphone. "Sure, Dad." "Hey, where's Mom?" "Sleeping in. She had a long night." Leo winced. "I know. I heard the Larry White songs." Xavier froze, his hand halfway to the coffee pot. "Who?" "Larry White. You know, the big dude with the voice like velvet poured over gravel? I love you, baby. Baby. Baby." Leo imitated a deep, rumbling baritone that was significantly more Barry than Larry, but the point landed like a lead balloon. "It's Barry White, Leo. And you shouldn't have been listening." Xavier sighed, rubbing his temples. "Hard not to when the walls are basically made of acoustic foam and hope," Leo retorted. "I knew if I heard the music, you'd come down here grinning like you won the Super Bowl. But you aren't grinning, which means Mom didn't actually forgive you for the whole Selena situation, did she? The music was just a tactical distraction." Xavier looked at his son with a mixture of pride and genuine fear. The boy was too smart for his own good. The Selena situation had been a week-long hurricane involving a woman claiming to have Xavier's secret love child, an incident that had culminated in Simone incinerating Xavier's vintage Italian sports car and half his silk tie collection. "Look, Leo," Xavier began, trying to find the right words to explain adult reconciliation to a teenager. "Sometimes, even when the music plays, the lyrics don't quite match the mood." At that moment, Simone Sterling swept into the room. She was a force of nature, owner of Glow and Flow, the city's premier beauty boutique, and a woman who could make a simple good morning sound like a declaration of war. "Good morning, Marcus, Xavier." She corrected herself, her eyes narrowing as she looked at her husband. "Babe," Xavier said, stepping toward her with his hands out in a universal gesture of peace. "I've been thinking all night. I've decided to forgive you for the car." Simone stopped dead. "You forgive me?" "For the car I burned because you were allegedly out there fathering a soccer team with a woman named Selena. The DNA test is coming, Simone." "I've never even met that woman." Leo stood up, grabbing his backpack. "I'm going to school. If the house is still standing when I get back, I'll consider it a win." "And Dad, maybe try some upbeat jazz next time." Larry White is too predictable. Chapter 2. The Expansion and the Ghost of College Past. Simone's boutique, Glow and Flow, was the nerve center of Sapphire City's gossip. If a secret existed in the city, it was usually whispered under a hairdryer in Simone's shop. Today, the shop was a chaotic blend of high fashion and construction dust. "I'm telling you, Simone, it's too fast." Bianca, Simone's lead stylist and unofficial truth-teller, shouted over the sound of a circular saw. Bianca was a woman of substantial curves and even more substantial opinions. You burn his car on Tuesday, you trust him on Thursday. That's not a marriage. That's a mood swing. I have to move forward, Bianca, Simone snapped, looking at the architectural blueprints for the salon's expansion. I can't live in a state of perpetual arson. It's bad for my skin. Speaking of moving forward, Cassandra, the group's high-flying real estate mogul, walked in with a designer dog tucked under her arm. The contractor is here. I got you the best price, Simone, but he's a professional. The door swung open, and in walked Dante. He was 6'3" of solid muscle, wearing a tool belt like it was a piece of high fashion. Simone's jaw didn't just drop, it plummeted. Dante? She whispered. Dante grinned, a slow, predatory look that took Bianca and Cassandra's breath away. Hey, Simone. It's been a while, 14 years. Give or take a few nights of poor decisions in a dorm room. Bianca leaned in, her eyes wide. Wait. This is the guy? The one-night stand? From the University of Georgia? Tefront. Simone turned bright red. He's the contractor, Bianca. That's all he is. Dante, keep it professional. Always, Dante said, his voice a low rumble. I'll just be over here, checking the load-bearing walls, making sure everything is sturdy. He walked away, leaving a trail of sawdust and pheromones. Bianca turned to Simone, her hands on her hips. Honey, if Xavier saw that man, he'd buy a fire extinguisher just to put himself out. How do you not remember a man like that? I remember, Simone hissed. I just didn't expect him to show up in my salon with a sledgehammer. The tension was broken by the arrival of Mama G, the shop's matriarch and housekeeper. She was a woman who had seen everything and judged most of it. Why is there a Greek god sweating on the drywall? Mama G asked, squinting at Dante. He's the contractor, Mama G, Simone said, exasperated. Well, tell him to put a shirt on. I'm an old woman, and my heart can't take that kind of craftsmanship. Mama G grumbled, before heading to the back room to start the laundry. Chapter 3. The Green Room Incident. While Simone was dealing with ghosts of boyfriends past, Xavier was at the studio, trying to maintain his professional composure. His business partners, Sterling and Bennett, were not helping. Sterling was a man who lived for the silverback alert, any sign of trouble in a man's domestic paradise. Bennett was the voice of reason, though usually a quiet one. So, she's hanging out with Nick again? Sterling asked, leaning against the camera crane. Xavier nodded, checking his makeup in a monitor. Yeah, Nick's in town. My wife's best friend from college. He's a good guy. A good gay guy. Sterling corrected, smirking. Xavier frowned. Yeah, Nick's gay. Simone told me that our freshman year. It's the only reason I let her go out dancing with him until 3 in the morning. Bennett looked up from his notes, his face a mask of concern. Xavier, buddy. I was at UGA with them. Nick Boland isn't gay. He was the biggest player on the varsity track team. He had a nickname, the heat-seeking missile. The color drained from Xavier's face. What? Simone told you he was gay so you wouldn't worry. Sterling laughed, slapping Xavier on the shoulder. It's a classic move. Keep the husband happy. Keep the missile in the friend zone, or out of it. Who knows? Xavier's vision blurred. The world was suddenly a very dark place. She lied to me? For 15 years? Look on the bright side, Sterling added helpfully. Chapter 4. The Greenhouse Effect and the Peaches Scandal. Back at the Sterling residence, a new crisis was blooming. Simone had discovered a hand-rolled cigarette, a joint in the hallway outside Leo's bedroom. The intervention was swift and terrifying. Leo, get down here. Simone screamed, brandishing the offending item like it was a live grenade. Leo tumbled down the stairs, looking confused. What? Did the Wi-Fi go out? Is this yours? Simone demanded, thrusting the joint toward his face. Leo squinted. Is that a carrot? It's weed, Leo. Marijuana, the gateway to a life of crime and toothlessness. Do you want to end up like my Uncle Harold? They call him Peaches now because he lives on the street and only eats canned fruit. Mom, I don't even know what that is, Leo said, backing away. Xavier walked in, still reeling from the news about Nick the Missile Boland. He saw the joint and sighed. Simone, calm down. Let's look at the facts. Simone, our son is on the honor roll and builds robots for fun. He doesn't have time to be a Peaches. He's high right now, Simone yelled. Look at his eyes. There, looking at things. I'm looking at you, Mom. You're the one who looks like you're on something, Leo retorted. Mama G shuffled into the kitchen, looking unusually relaxed. She was humming a gospel tune and carrying a plate of cookies. What's all the noise? Can't a woman enjoy her herbal tea in peace? Xavier looked at Mama G. Her eyes were slightly glassy. He looked at the joint in Simone's hand. He looked back at Mama G. Mama G, Xavier said slowly. Is this yours? Mama G didn't miss a beat. The doctor prescribed it for my glaucoma and my nerves. Mostly my nerves, caused by living in this house. Simone froze. You're the Peaches in this scenario? I'm a grown woman, Simone, Mama G said, snatching the joint back. And if I want to see the face of Jesus in a cloud of smoke after doing your laundry all day, that's my business. Now, Leo, go back upstairs. Your parents have some talking to do. And Xavier, try to be the big spoon tonight. Your wife looks like she's about to combust. Chapter 5. The Dinner Party from Hell. In an attempt to fix their friends' lives, Simone and Xavier decided to host a dinner party. The goal was to set up Bianca, who was perpetually single and loud about it, with one of Xavier's nice friends. The guest list was a disaster waiting to happen. It included Bianca, the target, Sterling and his clingy girlfriend, Tiffany, the socialite, Bennett and Cassandra, the power couple, 2 mystery bachelors from Xavier's gym, Scotty, a high school coach, and Bill, a police officer. Andaranya lini, pari. Kuntandaranya lini, malinga, lebila. Kuntandaranya lini. Sojevatranya, malintarini. Usivurotaleni, elingazi, usivurotaleni. Andaranya. The evening began with Tiffany critiquing the hors d'oeuvres. Is this store-bought hummus? Sterling, I told you, Sapphire Heights was declining. Xavier glared at Sterling, who was busy trying to feed Tiffany a grape. She's sensitive, Xavier. It's that time of the month. Xavier winced. Never say that out loud, man. That's law number 1. When the mystery bachelors arrived, the atmosphere turned toxic. Scotty and Bill were the quintessential gym bros men who measured their self-worth in protein shakes and bench press reps. So, Bianca, Scotty said, looking at Bianca with a mixture of confusion and judgment. You work at the salon? Do you, work out there? Like, lift the chairs? Bianca's eyes flashed. I lift people's spirits, honey, and sometimes I lift their dignity out of the gutter. What do you do, besides making that t-shirt scream for mercy? I'm a coach, Scotty said proudly. I believe in peak physical performance. Bill, the cop, chimed in. Yeah, we're looking for someone who can keep up with us on the treadmill. The table went silent. Simone gripped her wine glass so hard it began to groan. Are you saying, Simone said, her voice dropping to a dangerous register, that my best friend isn't fit enough for you 2 Neanderthals? Whoa, easy, Bill said, putting his hands up. We're just saying we have a type. You know, athletic, not to-go plate types. Bianca stood up, her chair screeching against the floor. Listen here, you 2-for-1 specials. I am all of this, and a side of fries. I hold my man down, I handle my business. And I can out-talk, out-eat, and outlive both of you. You'd be lucky to have a woman like me. But you're too busy looking at your own triceps in the mirror to notice a real queen. She turned to Simone. I'm leaving, and I'm taking my to-go plate with me. I'll see you at the shop, Angie. And Xavier, get better friends. These two wouldn't know a woman if she hit them with a dumbbell. After Bianca stormed out, Tiffany leaned over to Sterling. See? I told you. Too much drama. We should just get married tonight. Sterling choked on his wine. Tonight? Yes, a judge. Right now, I have the ring in my purse. Xavier watched in horror as Sterling, influenced by the silverback pressure and too much Chardonnay, agreed to a midnight wedding. Chapter 6. The missile launch. The next day, the gay Nikolai finally exploded. Nick Boland, tall, handsome, and very much not gay, arrived at the salon to take Simone out for a reunion dinner. Xavier was already there, waiting like a lion in the tall grass. Hey, Xavier, Nick said, offering a hand. Good to see you, man. You still doing the sports thing? You look a little tense. Muscle tone is good, though. You benching? Xavier didn't take the hand. So, Nick, how's the heat-seeking missile doing? Nick's smile faltered. Oh, you heard about that? Simone stepped between them. Xavier, it's not what you think. Nick is a friend. I only told you he was gay because you were so jealous in college. You wouldn't let me breathe. I wouldn't let you breathe. Or I wouldn't let you orbit with a missile. Xavier countered. I'm right here, guys, Nick said awkwardly. She's the only girl who ever treated me like, well, a gay best friend. So I just went with it. Xavier looked at Simone. She looked genuinely remorseful. You lied to me for 15 years, Simone, Xavier said, his voice quiet. I did it to protect us. To keep the peace. Peace isn't built on lies, Simone. It's built on the truth. Even when the truth has a nickname like a surface-to-air weapon. Xavier turned to Nick. I have a friend for you, Nick. His name is Frank. He's a security guard at the studio. He's 6'8". He's actually gay, and he just got out of prison for unspecified violence. I told him you were looking for a cuddle buddy. Nick's eyes went wide. Wait, what? He's on his way, Xavier said, checking his watch. He just had his legs waxed, and he's very excited to meet a track star. Nick turned and bolted out the door, nearly knocking over Dante the contractor on his way out. Chapter 7. The Proposal Paradox. The chaos reached its zenith at the salon's grand reopening. Sterling and Tiffany were now legally married, and Tiffany was already demanding a re-wedding with 22 Clydesdales and a puff of white smoke. Bennett and Cassandra were watching the madness from the sidelines. Bennett, feeling the pressure of the environment, decided it was time to move his relationship forward. Cassandra, Bennett said, taking her hand. Seeing Sterling and Tiffany, it made me realize something. Cassandra smiled, her eyes softening. Yeah? We have something that works. We don't need the papers. We don't need the drama. We're partners. Why ruin a good thing with a contract? Cassandra's smile vanished. Excuse me? You know, the ball and chain. We're free. We're like it-eagles. Why would we want to be tied down to each other? In the background, Xavier whispered to Sterling, Mayday. Mayday. Cassandra stood up, her designer dog yapping in agreement. So, I'm a ball and chain Bennett? I'm the thing that ruins your ego lifestyle? No, I mean, it's a compliment. I like our freedom. You like your freedom? Fine. You have it, Cassandra snapped. She turned to Simone. I'm going to the jewelry store. I'm buying myself a ring. A big one, and it's not going to be from him. As Cassandra stormed out, Xavier walked over and put a hand on Bennett's shoulder. Law number 2, buddy. Never use the words ball and chain within a 50-mile radius of a woman you intend to keep. What do I do? Bennett asked, looking devastated. Go buy some Larry White records, Leo said, appearing from behind a curtain with his robot. And some flowers. A lot of flowers. And maybe a Clydesdale. Apparently, that's the currency of forgiveness around here. The salon was a mess of construction, gossip, and broken proposals. But as Simone and Xavier looked at each other across the room, a small smile passed between them. We're a mess, aren't we? Simone asked. A total disaster, Xavier agreed, walking over to her. But you're my disaster. Just no more gay friends, okay? And no more burning my sports cars, Xavier added. I make no promises about the cars. Simone laughed, pulling him into a kiss. In the background, Leo hit play on his phone. The smooth, deep voice of Larry Barry. White filled the salon. Meno Farea. I love you, baby. 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 Acoustics are still terrible, Leo noted, adjusting his robot's arm. But the soundtrack is finally right. The end. The baseline of chaos. A comedy of errors, ego, and expensive hair. Chapter 1. The Symphony of Thin Walls. The walls of the Montgomery mansion in Golden Heights were not thick. They were made of expensive-looking drywall, painted in a shade Camille called Morning Mist, and Andre called Grey. But functionally, they were about as soundproof as a wet paper towel. Leo, their 13-year-old son, sat at the breakfast table, poking at a bowl of soggy cereal. He didn't need a morning news report. He had the master bedroom directly above him. See, I didn't want to hear it, Leo muttered to himself, his voice dropping into a cynical teenager's bass. But I kinda wanted to hear it, because if I don't hear it, that means they're still fighting. And if I do hear it, well, they come downstairs singing those Larry White songs. Who is Larry White? A voice boomed from the stairs. Leo didn't look up. You know, Dad. That old dude, with the voice so deep, it makes the floorboards vibrate. I love you, baby. Baby, baby. Andre Montgomery, a man built like the professional athlete he used to be, walked into the kitchen looking like he'd gone 10 rounds with a disgruntled tiger. It's Barry White, Leo. And why were you listening through the walls? I wasn't trying to. Leo protested, finally looking up. But when you start playing that Teddy Pendergrass, whatever his name is, the whole house knows what's happening. You come down here, all smiling and giggling, and then Mom comes down right behind you all. Hing, hing, hing. And I just want to finish my breakfast in peace. Andre sighed, checking his watch. Well, enjoy the silence, son. Your mother is still upstairs. And no, we didn't make up last night. We're in the same room phase, but definitely not the singing songs phase. Just then, Camille Montgomery descended the stairs. If Andre was the anchor of the family, Camille was the hurricane. She was dressed in a sleek power suit, her hair perfectly coiffed. But her eyes were narrowed into 2 suspicious slits. Good morning, Andre, she said, her voice dripping with the kind of sweetness that usually preceded a lawsuit. Good morning, babe, Andre replied, cautiously. I've been thinking all night. That explains the smoke I smelled. Camille interrupted. She walked over to the coffee pot. I've decided something. I've decided to trust you. I believe you didn't sleep with that woman, Sabrina. I'm letting it go. Andre's face lit up. It was as if a heavy fog had lifted. Are you serious? Do you know how long I've been waiting to hear that? Thank you, Camille. Tan 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 tan. Andre's face. If I didn't have to head to the studio, I'd soundproof that room right now and show you how much I appreciate that trust. 3 times, Camille muttered. Excuse me? That's how many times we had to appreciate each other to make Leo. I'll see you tonight, Andre. Don't make me regret this. As Andre practically skipped out the door, Camille turned to Leo. Trust, but verify, she whispered. Leo, I need that Sabrina woman's address. We're going on a field trip. Chapter 2. The Crown and Mane. Camille's salon, the Crown and Mane, was currently under construction. Plastic sheets hung from the ceiling like ghost shrouds, and the air smelled of industrial dust and expensive hairspray. Malik, the contractor, was leaning against a support beam, looking far too handsome for someone whose job involved hammers. Malik had a secret. 14 years ago, in a hazy college dorm room, he and Camille had shared a night that neither should have remembered, but both definitely did. Or rather, Camille pretended she didn't. I'm telling you, Simone, Camille said to her friend and real estate agent, who was currently holding her toy poodle, Fifi. I have to know. If I don't go to her house, the doubt is going to eat me alive. Simone sighed. Camille, You told the man you trusted him. I don't care about being in the wrong, Camille shouted over the sound of Malik's drill. I care about being a fool. Brenda, tell her. Brenda, Camille's loudest and most unfiltered stylist, stopped mid-shampoo on a client. Honey, get the Vaseline. If she's lying, we're going to need to grease up. I'm with you. We're going to Sabrina's house. And we're going to get the truth. This is wrong, Simone moaned, but she was already grabbing her purse. Are we taking my car? I just had it detailed. Hell yeah, we're going, Brenda yelled, throwing a towel over her shoulder. While the women plotted their tactical strike, Malik, the contractor, watched Camille from across the room. He turned to his assistant. How does she not remember me? I mean, look at me. I'm a memorable man. Maybe she's happily married, boss, the assistant suggested. Nobody's that happily married, Malik replied, adjusting his tool belt. Chapter 3. The letter and the lunch. At the television studio, André was feeling like a king. He was the co-anchor of The Baseline, a sports talk show that was finally gaining traction. His partner, Xavier, was a flamboyant man, with a penchant for designer scarves and unnecessary drama. You look far too happy, André, Xavier said, adjusting his monitor. Did you win the lottery? Or did Camille finally stop accusing you of fathering a secret tribe in the suburbs? She believes me, Xavier. She said the words. I trust you. I feel like a new man. Their other partner, Sterling, walked in. Sterling was the logical one, which usually meant he was the one delivering bad news. He was currently dating Felicia, who happened to be Andre's ex-wife. It was a situation that made every business meeting feel like an episode of a soap opera. Don't get too comfortable, Sterling said, dropping a letter on the desk. This was just delivered. Andre's heart dropped. He opened the letter with trembling hands. Dear Andre, I am so sorry for the trouble. Your wife came to my house this morning. I told her the truth, that we've never met. I don't have a kid, and I was put up to this by a friend who wanted to ruin you. Andre stared at the paper. She went there. She told me she trusted me. Then she got in her car and went to that woman's house. To be fair, Xavier chimed in. She was right to be suspicious. You do have that face, Andre. I might have a secret family face. Shut up, Xavier. I'm hurt. I'm genuinely hurt. She lied to my face about trusting me. So what are you going to do? Sterling asked. I'm going to make a point, Andre said, his eyes narrowing. A very loud, very dramatic point. Chapter 4. The DNA scare. Back at the salon, the mood had shifted from angry mob to existential crisis. Camille sat in her stylist chair, staring into the mirror. He was telling the truth, Camille whispered. She doesn't even have a kid. I burned his car, Brenda. I burned his vintage leather jackets. I melted his gold jewelry into a medallion that says, I can't stand you. I'm in deep. Well, Brenda said, popping her gum. At least you know he's a good man. Silver lining? The silver lining is currently a pile of ash in the driveway, Camille wailed. Just then, Malik walked over. Hey, Camille. We hit a snag. This wall is load-bearing. I need to put a column here. Camille looked at him, her eyes finally really seeing him. Malik, why do you look so familiar? Malik smirked. College. Sophomore year. The end of the world party. You were wearing a red dress and drinking something that smelled like gasoline. The room went silent. Brenda's jaw dropped. Simone froze. Oh, my God, Camille whispered. Malik, in the flesh. And speaking of flesh, how old is your son, again? Leo. Right? Saw him earlier. Spitting image of my mother. Actually. Poor circulation in the left leg, whooping cough as a kid. Camille felt the world tilting. She looked at Leo, who was sitting in the corner playing a video game. Then she looked at Malik. Then she thought about Andre. Brenda, Camille hissed, pulling her friend into the back room. I need a DNA kit. Now. What? Camille? You think? I don't think. I'm panicking. Malik just described every medical ailment my son has. I need to swab Andre's mouth while he's sleeping. Or Malik's. Or both. Brenda pulled 2 long cotton swabs out of her purse. I always keep these on me. For child support reasons. You never know when a man is going to try and run. Chapter 5. The Drug Intervention. While Camille was spiraling into a paternity crisis, Mama G, the family's live-in house manager, was dealing with her own issues. Mama G was a woman of God, but she was also a woman of science. Specifically, the kind of science that grew in a pot and helped with her chemotherapy-induced nausea. Andre came home early, still fuming about the Sabrina letter. He found a small, hand-rolled cigarette on the floor near Leo's room. Camille, get in here. Camille ran into the hallway, hiding the DNA swabs behind her back. What? What happened? Look at this. Our son is a drug lord. He's turning into Peaches. Who is Peaches? My Uncle Harold. He did so many drugs his teeth fell out. And now they call him Peaches, because he can only eat soft fruit. I will not have a toothless son, Camille. All that money we spent on his braces. Andre, calm down. It's just one joint. Maybe it's not his. Whose would it be? Mama G's? She thinks the devil's lettuce is a salad at a vegan restaurant. They called Leo into the room. The boy looked at the joint, then at his parents, who were currently holding a book titled, Is There Crack in Your Family Foundation? Dad, I don't smoke, Leo said flatly. I'm an honors student. I don't have time to be high. Then whose is it? Mama G walked in, looking slightly glassy-eyed. It's mine, she said, her voice surprisingly steady. The room went silent. Andre dropped the book. Camille dropped the DNA swabs. Mama G, Andre whispered. You're bawling? I have cancer, Andre, she said softly. The medicine makes me sick. This helps. I didn't want to tell you, because I didn't want a fuss. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a Bible study to get to, and I'm currently craving an entire rotisserie chicken. She picked up the joint and walked out. Andre and Camille looked at each other. The anger was gone, replaced by a profound sense of guilt. We're terrible people, Camille said. The worst, Andre agreed. Chapter 6. The Gay Husband Gambit. A week later, the house was quiet, but the tension was simmering. Camille's old college friend, Nick, was in town. Nick was a devastatingly handsome man, who Camille had always introduced to Andre as her gay best friend to avoid any jealousy. The truth was, Nick was as straight as an arrow and had spent most of college trying to get into Camille's red dress. They were all at dinner. Andre, Camille, Nick, and the rest of the gang. I tell you, Andre, Camille said, sipping her wine. Every woman needs a Nick. He's like a husband, but he gives better fashion advice and doesn't care about sports. Andre smiled, but it was a shark smile. He had talked to Xavier and Sterling. He knew the truth. That's great, Nick, Andre said. In fact, I'm so happy you're here. I have a friend I want to set you up with. Big Frank. He's a security guard at the studio. He's 6'8", 300 pounds, and he's looking for a cuddle buddy. Nick froze, his fork halfway to his mouth. Oh, Frank sounds big, huge, Andre said, leaning in. He just got out of prison for attempted murder of his last lover. But don't let that scare you. He's a spooner. Camille started coughing. Andre, maybe Nick isn't ready for a Frank. Nonsense. Nick, you're always saying how lonely it is in the community. Frank is the answer to your prayers. He's actually outside in the car right now. He's had his back and legs waxed just for you. Nick stood up so fast his chair hit the floor. I'm not gay, he shouted. I'm straight. I've always been straight. Camille told me to play along so you wouldn't punch me. The table went silent. Camille looked at the ceiling. Andre looked at Camille. I knew it, Andre said calmly. I've known for 3 days. Just like I knew you went to Sabrina's house after you said you trusted me. Camille sighed. Okay, fine. I lied. You lied. We're liars. But Andre, You have to admit, I was right to be suspicious of Nick. He did try to hit on me in college. I knew that too, Andre yelled. But men and women can be friends, Camille. That's the baseline of a civilized society. Chapter 7. The Proposal and the Period. The final night of the chaos culminated at the studio's profit celebration. Sterling had decided to propose to Felicia, much to everyone's horror. Meanwhile, Simone and Xavier were in the middle of a massive argument about why they weren't getting married. I don't want to be an old ball and chain, Xavier shouted in the middle of the lobby. What we have works. Why ruin it with papers and lawyers? Because your grandmother says we're living in sin, Simone screamed back. And I want a ring that costs more than your car. Andre and Camille watched the carnage from the sidelines. You know, Camille said, leaning against Andre's shoulder. Maybe we aren't the craziest people in this room. We definitely aren't, Andre agreed. By the way, did you ever get those DNA results back for Leo? Camille froze. How did you know about that? I saw the swabs in your purse, Camille. I'm an investigative journalist. And I already ran them myself. He's mine. He's 100% Montgomery. Malik was just a lucky guesser with a weird mother. Camille let out a breath she'd been holding for a week. Thank God. I don't think I could handle another secret. Me neither, Andre said. He looked at her, his eyes softening. But Camille, what's the date? The 14th. Why? Ah, Andre said, backing away slowly. That explains why you've been a little more sensitive lately. It's that time of the... Don't you finish that sentence, Andre Montgomery. Camille roared, grabbing a heavy award from the display case. Do not speak on my psycho. That is man law number 1. Mayday, mayday, Andre yelled, running toward the exit. She's crashing. The hurricane is back. As the credits rolled on, another week in Golden Heights. The Montgomerys were doing what they did best. Chasing each other through the house, screaming about love, trust, and the thinness of their walls. The end. Thin walls and thick skulls. A novel of love, lies, and low-frequency soul singers. Prologue. The resonance of romance. The walls of the Rossi Montgomery Manor in the upscale district of Silverwood were not built for privacy. They were built for aesthetics, expensive, minimalist, and unfortunately, paper-thin. Leo, a 13-year-old with the soul of a cynical philosopher and the hearing of a fruit bat, sat at the breakfast table, poking at a bowl of soggy cereal. He didn't need the news to know what kind of morning it was going to be. He had heard the forecast through the ceiling. See, I didn't want to hear it, Leo muttered to himself. But I kinda wanted to hear it. His father, Miles, a man whose charisma was his primary currency, as a top-tier sports anchor, strolled into the kitchen, looking remarkably refreshed. Too refreshed. Morning, champ, Miles beamed. Leo looked up, his eyes narrowing. I was trying not to, but I know if I hear it, you guys are gonna come down smiling and happy, singing those Larry White songs. Miles paused, mid-pour of his coffee. Who is Larry White? You know, Leo sighed, imitating a deep, gravelly bass that could shake a foundation. The old dude with the real D voice. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. It's Barry White, Leo, Miles corrected, though a smirk played on his lips. And, for your information, your mother and I were just discussing things. Discussing? Dad, when the Teddy Pendergrass starts spinning, I know exactly what's being discussed. And then Mom comes down right behind you, giggling like she's 17 again. It's traumatic. Miles chuckled, but his eyes drifted toward the stairs. The domestic piece was a fragile glass sculpture, and he knew exactly which bull was currently charging toward it. A woman named Siren S. Chapter 1. The Siren's Shadow. Angelica Rossi was not a woman who walked. She conquered. As the owner of the Royal Crown Salon, she spent her days managing high-stakes hair drama and her nights managing Miles. She descended the stairs, her silk robe billowing. She looked at Miles with a gaze that could either melt steel or freeze a volcano. I've decided, Angelica said, skipping the good morning entirely. I trust you. Miles nearly dropped his mug. You do? I've spent the night thinking. She lied. Miles felt a weight lift off his chest that was heavier than a linebacker. Baby, you have no idea how long I've been waiting to hear that. If I didn't have to go to the studio, I'd soundproof this entire house and show you my appreciation 3 times over. Oh, that's how we made Leo, she teased, though her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. As Miles hurried out to catch his bus, a humble habit he kept to stay grounded. Angelica's face shifted. She turned to her best friend, Lydia, who had just entered through the back door. Trust, but verify, Angelica whispered. I need Siren S's address. We're going to the source. Chapter 2. The architect of my demise. The expansion of the salon was Angelica's pride and joy. It was also a massive headache. Sterling, Miles's business partner, had recommended a contractor. Pasala, he's the best, Angelica, Sterling promised. Pricey, but he gets it done right. When the contractor arrived, the air in the salon suddenly felt 10 degrees hotter. His name was Dante. He was 6'4" of muscle, sawdust, and a smile that suggested he knew exactly which man law he was currently breaking. Lydia gasped. Angelica, how do you not remember him? Melto? Angelica stared at Dante, her jaw set. I don't know what you're talking about. Dante stepped forward, wiping a hand on his jeans. It's been 14 years, Angelica. I understand if you've blocked it out. You were wild in college. That one-night stand, I never forgot you. I am a happily married woman. Angelica hissed, her face turning a shade of red that clashed with the salon's new wallpaper. I'll keep it professional, Dante chuckled. But the roof is a load-bearing wall. It's carrying a heavy load. Just like, well, never mind. Lydia leaned into Angelica's ear. Honey, that is the kind of man you make a fool of yourself for. Shut up, Lydia, Angelica snapped. I have a husband to investigate. Chapter 3. The Stakeout. By noon, Angelica, Lydia, and their flamboyant friend Julian were parked outside a modest suburban home. I'm telling you, this is a mistake, Julian said, checking his reflection in the rearview mirror. You're going to find out he's innocent, and then you're going to feel like a heel. I'd rather be a heel with the truth than a saint with a lie, Angelica declared, stepping out of the car. She knocked. The door opened to reveal Siren S, a woman who looked remarkably normal. She wasn't a vixen. She was a tired-looking woman in a bathrobe. Can I help you? Siren asked. I'm Angelica Montgomery. Miles, his wife. Siren sighed, a long, weary sound. Oh, thank God. Look, I'm so sorry. I don't even know your husband. I don't have a kid. I was paid to say that by an ex-friend of his who wanted to ruin his reputation. I've already sent a letter to his studio, apologizing. Angelica froze. The fire of her rage was suddenly doused with a bucket of ice-cold reality. You're telling the truth? You are Sue. You're telling the truth. I've never even met the man, Siren said, closing the door. In the car, the silence was deafening. So, Julian said, popping a piece of gum. He was telling the truth. And you burned his car. And his clothes, Lydia added. And his jewelry. Julian finished. You melted his gold into a medallion that said, I hate you. I'm in deep, Angelica whispered. I'm in so deep. Chapter 4. The herbaceous scandal. Back at the Montgomery house. A new crisis was brewing. Miles, feeling victorious after reading Siren's apology letter at the studio, had returned home to find Angelica acting strangely sweet. But the sweetness was interrupted by a discovery in the upstairs hallway. Miles, look at this, Angelica shouted, holding up a small, perfectly rolled green cylinder. Miles squinted. Is that a joint? Leo, Angelica screamed. Leo wandered into the room, looking confused. Do you know what this is? Miles asked, his voice stern. A joint, Leo said matter-of-factly. I go to a private school, Dad. I know what weed smells like. Are you smoking, Leo? In this house? You'll start with this, and next thing I know, you'll be living on a street corner, scratching your face, calling yourself Peaches. Peaches? Leo blinked. Mom, I don't even like fruit. To your room. Now, Miles commanded. As Leo stomped upstairs, muttering about child welfare services, the front door opened. It was Mama V, the family matriarch. She looked tired, her usual sharp wit slightly dampened. What is all the screaming about? She asked. Leo is doing drugs, Mama V. Angelica sobbed. Mama V looked at the joint in Miles's hand. She sighed and reached for it. Give me that. It's mine. The room went silent. You could have heard a pin drop on a shag carpet. Yours? Miles gasped. The doctor prescribed it. Miles, Mama V said, her voice softening. I've been doing chemotherapy. I didn't want to tell you and make a fuss. It helps with the nausea. The rage in the room evaporated, replaced by a crushing guilt. Miles hugged his mother, while Angelica collapsed into a chair. I'm so sorry, Mama V, Angelica whispered. We thought, I know what you thought, Mama V said, patting Miles's hand. But don't you worry, I'm not going to turn into Peaches just yet. Chapter 5. The dinner party from hell. To make amends for the chaos, Angelica decided to host a dinner party. The goal, fix up Lydia's friend, Jada, with one of Miles's good friends. Miles invited Billy, a cop, and Scotty, a coach. Sterling and his new girlfriend, Kiki, showed up uninvited. Bringing a $1,500 bottle of wine they insisted on putting on heat because it was red. Kiki was a human migraine. She spent the entire evening pointing out the flaws in Angelica's decor. Oh, Angelica, I see you've tried to do something different since I was here last, Kiki smirked. It's very brave. Meanwhile, the matchmaking was going south. Billy and Scotty were huddled in the corner, whispering about Jada. I hope you're not trying to hook me up with her, Billy muttered loud enough for the kitchen to hear. It would take both of us to hit that. Jada, a woman of formidable strength and zero patience, stood up. Her chair screeched against the floor. You know what? Jada barked. You bitch-ass dudes would be lucky to have a woman like me. I hold my man down. Angelica, I want a to-go plate. I'm out. The dinner ended with Miles and Sterling arguing over whether Sterling's relationship with Miles's ex-wife was a violation of man law, while Lydia tried to figure out if she wanted to marry Julian. Chapter 6. The Proposal Paradox. The night ended as all nights in Silverwood did, with a misunderstanding. Lydia had seen a ring box in Julian's bag. She panicked. She spent 3 hours explaining to Angelica why she valued her freedom and didn't want to be tied down. But when Julian finally got her alone, he didn't drop to one knee. He just sighed. Fur sighed, fur sighed, fur sighed. Lydia, I saw a ring today, Julian said. Sterling bought it for Kiki. They're getting married at the courthouse tomorrow. Lydia felt a strange pang of disappointment? No, it was relief, mostly. Oh, so you weren't? Asking you? Julian laughed. No way. I mean, what we have works, right? Why ruin it with papers and ball and chains? Lydia's eyes narrowed. No way? What do you mean, no way? Am I some kind of beast you wouldn't want to be married to? Wait, I thought you didn't want to get married, Julian stammered, his arms flailing. I don't, but I want you to want to marry me. Lydia, you're losing altitude, Julian groaned. You're crushing. Don't you talk to me about altitude. Is it that time of the month, Julian? Is that what you're going to ask? I was just noting the alert, Julian whispered. Man law number 1, Julian, Leo shouted from the top of the stairs, having heard everything through the thin walls. Never speak on the alert. Just nod and agree until it passes. Miles walked into the hallway, looking at his son, his wife, and his crying friends. He looked at the ceiling, where the faint echo of a Barry White song seemed to linger in the rafters. I love you, baby, Miles whispered to the chaos. But God help us all. Epilogue. the thin line. In the end, the walls of the Rossi Montgomery house remained thin. They heard the laughter, the screams, the reconciliations, and the occasional medical-grade coughing fit from Mama V. They learned that trust isn't a destination. It's a marathon run on a treadmill that's slightly on fire. And as long as the soul music was playing, they knew that even if the world was falling apart, the foundation, however shaky, was still standing. Leo eventually got his PlayStation. And Dante, the architect, finished the salon expansion, leaving behind a column that Angelica insisted was a work of art, and Miles insisted was a structural necessity. Life was messy, loud, and frequently misunderstood. But as Miles often said into his microphone at the end of every broadcast, see it, feel it, believe it. And for heaven's sake, soundproof your bedroom. The Gilded Heights, a comedy of errors and arson. Chapter 1. The Baritone of Desire. The walls of the Sterling Manor in Veridia Port were not built for secrets. They were built for aesthetics, expensive, Italian marbled aesthetics. But functionally, they were as thin as a celebrity's apology. Little Max, or Junior, to anyone who didn't want to get hit with a textbook, sat at the breakfast island, methodically drowning his cereal in milk. He was 13, possessed the ears of a bat, and the cynicism of a retired detective. He leaned toward his incoming father, Maxwell Max Sterling, who was nursing a cup of coffee with the look of a man who had been through a war. I didn't want to hear it, Pop, Junior whispered, his eyes wide. But I kinda wanted to hear it. Max rubbed his temples. You shouldn't have been listening, son. It's a violation of the Geneva Convention for teenagers. I was trying not to, Junior protested. But I know the signs. When the house starts shaking to the rhythm of Gary White songs, I know y'all are gonna come down here smiling like you won the lottery. Who is Jerry White? Max asked, genuinely lost. You know, Junior said, dropping his voice into a hilariously bad bass register. The big dude with the voice like velvet-covered thunder? I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. Is Barry White, you uncultured cub, Max sighed. And for your information, there was no Jerry, Barry, or any other White involved last night. Your mother and I are in a state of diplomatic stagnation. Oh, Junior noted, watching his father's grimace. He ain't smiling. That means Mom is still on the warpath. Did she make up last night? Max stared into the black abyss of his espresso. That's a hard no, Junior. We're sleeping in the same room, but there's a DMZ made of pillows between us that would make North Korea jealous. The sound of footsteps echoed from the grand staircase. Arabella Sterling descended like a queen who had just ordered a beheading. She was beautiful, sharp-tongued, and currently radiating enough heat to melt the kitchen's granite. Good morning, babe, Max said, testing the waters. Good morning, Marcus, she replied, using his middle name. The Marcus was a bad sign. It meant she was still thinking about the incident. Listen, Arabella, Max started. I've been doing a lot of thinking all night long. That explains the smoke I smelled coming from your ears. Arabella snapped, pouring herself a glass of orange juice as if she were pouring acid. Babe, I've decided to trust you, she continued, her voice suddenly terrifyingly calm. I believe you did not sleep with Samantha Thorne. I'm letting it go. Max's heart skipped. You're serious? Thank the heavens. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to hear that. If I didn't have to go to the studio, I'd go upstairs right now and soundproof the master suite. Don't get ahead of yourself, hotshot, Arabella said, a mischievous glint in her eye. I trust you, but as the saying goes, trust but verify. And I've got Samantha's address. I'm going to go verify the life out of her. Chapter 2. The Art of the Expansion. Across town at Lady Andy's salon and spa, the air was thick with the scent of hairspray and gossip. Arabella's best friends, Jolene and Lila, were huddled near the back, watching a team of contractors tear down a wall. At the center of the chaos was Tyrell, a man who looked like he had been sculpted out of mahogany and pure confidence. He was the lead contractor, and he was currently making Jolene's knees feel like jelly. I told her to hire him, Lila whispered. The bid was high, but the view is priceless. Shut up, Lila, Arabella said, walking in and slamming her designer purse onto a station. Tyrell, is this going to be done by Monday? Tyrell turned, a slow, knowing smirk spreading across his face. If you stop yelling at me, boss lady, we might finish early. No offense, but it's been 14 years and you still haven't changed. The room went silent. Jolene dropped a comb. Excuse me? Arabella asked, her voice dangerously low. What did you just say? Come on, Arabella, Tyrell laughed. Don't tell me you don't remember. College? The Delta Gala? That one-night stand that changed my life and apparently slipped your mind? Arabella's face went through 4 different shades of red. I am a happily married woman. I have no recollection of any such encounter with a bricklayer. I was a pre-med student back then. Tyrell winked. But hey, I'll keep it professional. Just do a good job on the expansion, right? He walked away, his laughter echoing. Arabella! Jolene shrieked. You slept with that, and you didn't tell us? Girl, you were wild. I wasn't wild, Arabella hissed. I was. Experimento. And it was a long time ago. Besides, I have bigger fish to fry. I'm going to Samantha Thorne's house. I need to know if my husband is the father of a secret love child. I'm coming with you, Jolene said, grabbing her coat. This is better than any reality show on the Veridia Sports Network. Chapter 3. The Studio Poodle. At the Veridia Sports Now studio, Max and his business partner, Reggie Thorne, were wrapping up their morning segment. Reggie was a man of impeccable taste and questionable judgment, mostly evidenced by the fact that he was currently dating Max's ex-wife, Kiki Vane. And that's the wrap, Max shouted into the camera. See it, feel it, believe it. As the red light went off, Reggie's girlfriend, Kiki, sauntered onto the set, carrying a tiny, shivering poodle and a bag of expensive takeout. Baby, baby, Kiki chirped, ignoring the glares from the production staff. I brought you lunch. And Fifi missed her. Daddy, Max rolled his eyes. Reggie, you're a 6'4" man walking a poodle. It looks like you're carrying a fuzzy slipper. Leave us alone, Max, Reggie said, taking the dog. Kiki is a visionary. She's helping me redecorate the office. She thinks we need more female energy in here. Female energy? Max asked. The soda machine is broken and the carpets smell like old locker rooms. We need a plumber, not a poodle. Just then, Todd, the studio's perpetually overworked intern, ran onto the set, clutching a letter. Max. The set went cold. Max took the letter with trembling hands. Dear Max, I am so sorry for the trouble. Your wife came to see me this morning. I told her the truth, that we never met, that I don't have a kid, and that I was put up to this by a friend I no longer associate with. Your wife knows everything now. Max let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. She was lying. The whole thing was a setup. I wonder who that friend was, Reggie mused, looking suspiciously at Kiki, who was suddenly very interested in her poodle's paws. It doesn't matter, Max said, his eyes narrowing. What matters is that Arabella said she trusted me, then went behind my back to interrogate this woman. She lied to my face. What are you gonna do? Reggie asked. I'm going to teach her a lesson, Max said. A lesson involving a fake confession and a whole lot of drama. Chapter 4. The Fake Confession. That evening, the Sterling Manor was set for a romantic dinner. Arabella had spent 3 hours preparing Max's favorite meal, her heart heavy with guilt. She had found out Max was innocent, but she had also realized she'd been a terrible, arson-adjacent wife for burning his clothes the week before. When Max walked in, he didn't look happy. He looked confessional. Babe, I missed you, Arabella said, rushing to him. I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I burned your car. I promise I'll never fly off the handle again. Max took a deep breath. Arabella, I can't do this. I have so much pain in my heart. Oh, honey, don't cry. No, Max said, putting on his best network drama voice. I have to tell you the truth. I lied. I did sleep with her, and that's my baby. The DNA test came back today. I even told her to lie to you when you visited. The silence that followed was heavy enough to collapse the floor. Arabella's face transformed. The new, trusting Arabella vanished, replaced by the old, burn-it-all Arabella. You what? She whispered. We need to figure out how we're going to deal with the child. Max continued, suppressed laughter bubbling in his chest. Have you lost your damn mind? Arabella screamed, grabbing a vase. You think you're gonna come into this house and tell me about a DNA test? I don't care what I just promised. I'll melt your jewelry into a medallion that says, I hate your soul. Max burst out laughing, dodging the vase. Arabella, stop. I got the letter. I know you went to see her. I was joking. I was. Arabella froze, a lamp in her hand. You were joking? About a secret baby? You lied about trusting me, Max shouted. We're even. We are not even. Arabella yelled, lunging at him. I'm going to keep riding you until you beg for mercy. Don't go anywhere. Mother Velma's voice boomed from the doorway. Because this circus is just getting started. Chapter 5. The Peaches Incident. A few days later, a new drama engulfed the Sterling household. Arabella had found a perfectly rolled joint in the hallway outside Junior's room. Max, our son is a drug kingpin. Who is Peaches? Max asked, exhausted. My uncle Harold, she cried. He did so many drugs his teeth fell out, and now everyone calls him Peaches, because he can only eat soft fruit. I refuse to have a toothless crackhead for a son. All that money we spent on his braces. It's weed, Arabella, not hemlock, Max said. And I know Junior. This doesn't fit. When Junior got home, they staged a full-blown intervention, complete with library books titled, Is There Crack in Your Family Foundation? And a VHS tape of a rapping turkey telling kids to just say no. Junior, Max said sternly. Tell us the truth. Is this yours? No, Dad. I swear, Junior cried. I don't even know how to roll. Then whose is it? Arabella demanded. Suddenly, Mother Velma walked in, looking slightly glassy-eyed and very hungry. It's mine, she said simply. The room went silent. Mother Velma? Arabella gasped. You're a Rasta? I have cancer, you dramatic girl, Velma sighed, sitting down. The doctor prescribed it for the nausea after chemo. I didn't want to tell y'all because I knew you'd make a fuss. And look at you, you've got the boy thinking he's going to jail, and you're calling me Peaches. The guilt hit Arabella like a freight train. Oh, Mother Velma. We're so sorry. We didn't know. I'm fine, Velma said, reaching for the joint. But if you ever touch my medicine again, Arabella, I'll tell Max about that contractor you slept with in 1998. Wait, what? Max asked. Nothing, Arabella shouted. Let's go to church. Chapter 6. The dinner party from hell. In an attempt to fix her life and the lives of those around her, Arabella decided to throw a dinner party. The goal, find a man for Jolene, who was currently stuck in a cycle of dating bitch-ass dudes like her ex, Tommy's father. I've invited 2 of Max's friends, Arabella told her staff. One is a high school football coach. The other is a police officer. They're meat and bones kind of guys. The night began awkwardly. Reggie and Kiki showed up uninvited, bringing a $1,500 bottle of wine they insisted on heating instead of chilling. When the 2 suitors arrived, they looked at Jolene, who was a proud, plus-sized woman with a personality that could fill a stadium, and immediately started whispering. In the kitchen, the 2 men, Scotty and Bill, didn't realize the walls were thin. Man, Scotty whispered, I hope they aren't trying to hook me up with that sister. It would take both of us to hit that. Right, Bill laughed. You told us we were meeting nice chicks. You didn't say nothing about a 2-for-1 special. Jolene, who was standing right outside the door, felt the familiar sting of rejection, followed by a surge of pure, unadulterated Jolene energy. She kicked the door open. So this is how y'all do me? She roared. Let me tell you fools something. You'd be lucky to have a chick like me. I hold my man down. If something goes wrong, I handle it. You 2 bitch-ass dudes can go to hell. She grabbed a chicken leg off a platter and headed for the door. and I better have a dam to go plate tomorrow, Arabella. God made all of this, and he didn't make no junk. Arabella chased after her. Jolene, I'm so sorry. I just wanted you to do better than Tommy's dad. I'll be okay, Angie, Jolene said, her voice softening. But you can't protect me from me, and you definitely can't protect me from idiots who don't appreciate the curves. Chapter 7. The Gay Husband Ruse. The following week, an old college friend of Arabella's named Nico arrived in town. Nico was tall, incredibly handsome, and possessed the kind of charm that made men insecure. To keep Max from getting jealous, Arabella had maintained a long-standing lie. She told Max that Nico was gay. Oh, Nico is just my gay best friend, she told Max as Nico kissed her hand. Max, suspicious but trying to be the evolved husband, went along with it until they all went out for drinks. So, Nico, Max said, leaning in. Found any love lately? No, man, Nico said, oblivious. I'm just dating around. Haven't found the right girl yet. Girl? Max asked, his eyes narrowing. But I have a friend I want to introduce you to. Big Frank. He's a security guard at the studio. He's 6'8", huge, and he just had his back and legs waxed. Nico's face went pale. Frank sounds intense. But I'm straight, man. Straight? Max shouted, slamming his hand on the table. Arabella, you told me he was gay. You've been running around with a straight, handsome man for 10 years, telling me he was interested in waxes and house music. I just didn't want you to be jealous, Arabella cried. And we've never been intimate. We're just friends. Men and women can't be friends when the man looks like that, Max yelled. Actually, Nico chimed in. In college, I did want her, but she's all yours, Max. I don't want to get involved in whatever arson-based marriage you guys have going on. Chapter 8. The Sardin I Dos. While the Sterlings were arguing about gay husbands, Reggie and Kiki were speed-running their relationship toward a cliff. Reggie, in a moment of madness, decided to propose to Kiki. I'm doing it, Max, Reggie said at the office. I'm asking her to marry me tonight. Do you have a prenup? Max asked. A prenup is a setup for failure. Kiki's voice rang out. She had been eavesdropping again. Eavesdropping. That evening, they didn't just get engaged. They went straight to a judge. We're married! Kiki screamed, burst into the Sterling's house, and waving a ring the size of a grape. Reggie is my husband now. Congratulations? Arabella said, looking at Reggie, who already looked like he regretted every life choice leading to this moment. I'm an upgraded woman. Kiki shouted. And I'm going to have a wedding in Venice, with 22 Clydesdales and 5,000 doves. Good luck with the bird poop, Reggie, Max whispered. Chapter 9. The Proposal Paradox. The fever of marriage spread to Julian and Lila Vance. Julian, seeing Reggie's move, decided he wanted to upgrade his relationship too. But Lila was hesitant. I like our freedom, Lila told Arabella at the salon. Marriage ruins things. Look at you, you're always one step away from a felony. Hey, Arabella protested. That night, Julian tried to get down on one knee, but his joints popped so loudly it sounded like gunfire. Lila, he groaned. Will you make me the happiest man in Veridia Port? Julian, no, Lila cried. I'm just so weary. My soul is tired. I just want to go home and rest my weary soul. Is it because I'm not rich enough? Julian asked. No, it's just, why change what works? We live together. We do everything married people do. We just don't have the papers. But my grandma says we're living in sin, Julian argued. Stay out of grown folks' business, Julian, Lila snapped. And don't you dare mention that. Time of the month. Sensitivity you always talk about. I didn't say it, Julian shouted. But you're acting like it. That's man law number 1. Max's voice boomed from the doorway. He and Arabella were standing there, holding hands, finally at peace. Never mention the cycle, Julian. You just nod and agree until it passes. Epilogue. The Gilded Peace. As the sun set over Veridiaport, the residents of the Gilded Heights settled into their respective chaotic rhythms. Max and Arabella sat on their balcony, listening to the distant sound of soul music coming from their bedroom this time. It was actually Barry White. Max and the Belly XXXXX. You think we'll ever be normal, Max? Arabella asked, leaning her head on his shoulder. Normal is for people with thick walls and boring friends, Max said, kissing her forehead. I'll take the arson and the drama any day, as long as I'm with you. I love you, baby, Arabella whispered. I love you, baby, baby, Max replied, finally getting the voice right. In the background, Mother Velma's laughter echoed through the house, followed by the sound of a poodle yapping and a contractor screaming about a low-bearing wall. It was loud. It was messy. It was home. The end. The thin walls of Metro Heights. A novel, Bigemini. Prologue. The Barry White Barometer. In the upscale enclave of Metro Heights, where the lawns are manicured with surgical precision and the secrets are hidden behind triple-glazed windows, Miles Vance knew one thing for certain. His parents' marriage was a high-stakes game of musical chairs. Miles was 15, going on 45. He sat at the kitchen island of their minimalist mansion, pushing a soggy piece of French toast around his plate. He wasn't listening, not technically, but when your father is Malcolm Vance, the city's most charismatic sports anchor, with a voice like velvet-wrapped gravel, and your mother is Alyssa Vance, a woman whose temper could outshine a solar flare, not listening was an Olympic-level feat. I didn't want to hear it, Miles muttered to himself. But the soul of a teenager is a curious, cursed thing. He knew the signs. If the morning air was filled with the deep, rumbling croons of a legendary soul singer, whom Miles affectionately misidentified as Larry White, it meant peace had been brokered in the master bedroom. It meant breakfast would be pancakes and smiles. But this morning, the silence was heavy enough to sink a yacht. Chapter 1. Ashes, Astons, and Audacity. Malcolm Vance walked into the kitchen, looking like a man who had spent the night sleeping on a bed of nails and broken promises. He was a tall man, built like the linebacker he used to be, but today his shoulders were slumped. "How was your night, Dad?" Miles asked, his voice dripping with faux innocence. Malcolm sighed, reaching for the coffee pot. "Fine, Miles. Just fine. Ready for the big chemistry test?" "Yeah." "Where's Mom?" "She's coming down." "Slept late," Miles said, leaning in. "That's a good sign, right? I mean, at least you're still in the same zip code. Did you guys make up?" Malcolm's hand stayed on the coffee pot. The silence lasted 3 seconds too long. "That's a no," Malcolm finally admitted. "See, I was hoping you did, but then I was hoping I didn't hear it," Miles rambled. "Because the walls in this house are thinner than a celebrity's apology, Dad. When that soul music starts playing, you know, the guy with the deep voice, Larry White, I know the vibe is right." "It's Barry White, Miles," Malcolm corrected, but the fight was gone from him. Just then, Alyssa Vance descended the stairs. She was radiant, despite the war that had raged the night before. She was the owner of Gilded Edge Studio, the most exclusive salon in the Heights, and she carried herself like a queen who had just survived a coup. "Good morning, Malcolm," she said, her voice surprisingly soft. Malcolm froze. "Good morning, babe. Listen, I've been thinking all night. I've decided to trust you," Alyssa interrupted. The kitchen went silent. Miles's fork clattered against his plate. "I believe you," Alyssa continued, walking toward him. "I believe you didn't sleep with Serena Miller. I'm letting it go." Malcolm looked like he had just won the lottery and found out the prize was immortality. "You serious? You have no idea how long I've waited to hear that." "Thank you." He moved to hug her, but Alyssa held up a hand. "I trust you, but I also need Serena Miller's address, just to verify," Miles groaned. "And there it is. Trust, but verify. The Vance family motto, Yungnate, de Farsala, Yunate, Anmarate, Yunate." Chapter 2. The Contractor's Curse. The Gilded Edge studio was buzzing with more than just hair dryers. Alyssa was expanding. She had bought the vacant space next door to turn it into a luxury spa, and the renovations were in full swing. Liana Chase, Alyssa's best friend and a high-end realtor, was walking through the dust with a clipboard. The bid was high, Alyssa, but the work will be done right. I've brought in the best contractor in the tri-state area. I just want the job done, Alyssa said, looking at her reflection in a dusty mirror. I can't deal with any more stress. Malcolm almost lost his mind when I burned his Aston Martin last week. You did what? Liana asked, horrified. I thought he was cheating. A woman has to send a message. Fire is a very clear message, Alyssa justified. The door swung open, and in walked Tobias Thorne. He was rugged, covered in sawdust, and wore a smirk that suggested he knew exactly how handsome he was. Alyssa froze. Her breath hitched. Toby? She whispered. Tobias grinned, showing off a set of teeth that belonged on a billboard. Hello, Alyssa. It's been... What? 14 years? College was a wild time. Liana looked between them. Wait, you two know each other? One night stand. Senior year. Spring break, Tobias said cheerfully. I'd never forget you, babe. Alyssa's face went pale. She wasn't thinking about the romance. She was thinking about Miles. She was thinking about the fact that Miles was 14 years old. She was thinking about the medical history she had just overheard Tobias discussing with one of his workers about his poor circulation and his childhood whooping cough. Miles had those same issues. Jade, the salon's most outspoken stylist, poked her head out from behind a rack of shampoos. Hold up. Did he just say one night stand? Alyssa, honey, is this why you've been avoiding the construction site like it's a crime scene? Shut up, Jade, Alyssa hissed. He's a happily married contractor. I'm a happily married woman. We are professional. Professional? Chapter 3. The Jade Disaster. While Alyssa was spiraling into a paternity crisis, the rest of the Metro Heights inner circle was dealing with their own brand of chaos. Jade was lonely. It was a well-known fact. Despite being a gorgeous, successful woman who could talk the ears off a statue, her dating life was a graveyard of nice guys and absolute psychos. Alyssa and Mother Vivian, the family's matriarch and housekeeper, who had a sharper tongue than a viper, decided it was time for an intervention. We need to fix her up, Alyssa said that evening in the Vance kitchen. She's going back to that Teddy guy. He's a bottom feeder. Jade doesn't want to be fixed up, Julian Blake, Malcolm's business partner, warned. Julian was a man of logic and expensive watches. He had been dating Liana Chase for years, in a will they won't they dance that frustrated everyone. Nonsense, Mother Vivian barked. She was sitting in the corner, nursing a cup of tea that smelled suspiciously like herbal medicine. Every woman wants a man. They just don't want the ones they find themselves. They decided on a dinner party. Malcolm and Julian were tasked with bringing their most eligible, high-achieving friends. The night of the party arrived. Jade showed up in a dress that cost more than Miles's tuition, looking like she was ready for a gala. Who are these mystery men? Jade asked, sipping wine. In walked the candidates. Billy, a police officer who looked like he could bench press a car, and Scotty, a high school football coach with a smile that was too wide. Fellas, Malcolm introduced. This is Jay. Billy and Scotty looked at Jade. Then they looked at each other. Billy and Scotty. Wait, Billy whispered loudly to Malcolm. You said there'd be nice chicks here. You didn't say it was a 2-for-1 deal. The room went cold. Jade didn't flinch. She set her wineglass down with a terrifyingly calm click. He means. Because you're so much woman. Scotty tried to recover, failing miserably. You know, more to love. Jade stood up. Let me tell you something, you badge-wearing, whistle-blowing bitch-ass fools. I hold my man down. I am the prize. And you two? You'll be lucky if you can find a woman who can tolerate your mediocrity for more than a weekend. I'm out. And Alyssa? I better have a damn to go play tomorrow. She swept out of the house like a hurricane. Malcolm turned to the guys. Well, that went well. Chapter 4. The Cloud of Truth. Domestic bliss in the Vance household was short-lived. A few days after the dinner disaster, Malcolm found a suspicious-looking hand-rolled cigarette, a joint in the hallway outside Miles's room. "Elisa, look at this," Malcolm yelled. Elisa ran over, her eyes widening. "Is that a joint?" "In my house." "Miles, get down here." Miles descended the stairs, looking confused. "What's up?" "Don't what's up me, you little delinquent," Elisa shouted. "Is this yours? Are you doing drugs? Are you going to end up like my Uncle Harold? They call him Peaches now, Miles. Because he has no teeth and lives on the corner." "I don't even know what that is," Miles protested. "Mom, Dad, I swear, one thing I won't tolerate is a liar." Miles retreated, fuming. Enter Mother Vivian. She walked into the kitchen, looking a bit dazed but serene. "What's all the noise about?" she asked. "Miles is smoking weed, Ma," Malcolm said, waving the joint. Mother Vivian squinted at it. "Oh, that's mine. That's mine." The silence that followed was absolute. Malcolm's jaw hit the floor. Alyssa's eyes looked like they were going to pop out of her head. "Yours?" Alyssa whispered. "Ma, you're a pothead? I'm sick, you fools," Mother Vivian said, her voice softening. "I've been taking chemotherapy. The doctor prescribed it for the nausea. It's the only thing that keeps me from feeling like I've been run over by a truck after treatments." Malcolm's anger evaporated instantly, replaced by a crushing wave of guilt. "Ma, why didn't you tell us?" "Because you two make a fuss over a hangnail," she sighed. "I'm not dead yet. I just needed to calm my stomach. Now, apologize to that boy and get me some cookies. The medicine is making me hungry." Chapter 5. The Paternity Panic. The weight of the secret was crushing Alyssa. She couldn't look at Miles without seeing Tobias Thorne's smirk. She couldn't look at Malcolm without feeling like a traitor. She decided she needed a DNA test. But how to get the samples? Liana provided the solution. "Here," she said, handing Alyssa a packet of sterile swabs. "My friend in the FBI lab can rush it. Just get a swab from Tobias and one from Malcolm. Or Miles." The heist began. At the salon, Alyssa lured Tobias into the back room under the guise of checking the plumbing. "Toby, open up," she said, holding a swab. "I need to check your throat. You look a little peaked." "Alyssa, I'm fine." She shoved the swab in his mouth, twisted it, and pulled it out. "Hey, what was that for?" Tobias asked, coughing. "Safety. Occupational health," Alyssa yelled, running away. Next was Malcolm. She tried to do it while he was sleeping, but he snored so loudly she almost dropped the swab into his windpipe. "What are you doing, babe?" Malcolm asked, waking up suddenly. I thought I saw a spider in your mouth," Alyssa lied. Finally, she had the samples. She sent them off, living in a state of constant nausea for 3 days. The results came back in a plain white envelope. Alyssa sat in her office, her hands shaking. She opened it. She read the technical jargon. Then she read the conclusion. Tobias Thorne, 0% probability of paternity. Malcolm Vance, 99.9% probability of paternity. Alyssa burst into tears of relief. She had been a fool. Miles was Malcolm's. The whooping cough, the circulation, it was all just a cosmic coincidence designed to torture her. Just then, Tobias walked into her office. "Hey, boss lady, look, I've been meaning to tell you something. About that one-night stand in college." "It's okay, Toby." "It doesn't matter," Alyssa said, wiping her eyes. "No, I mean, I can't have kids," Tobias said. "Unfortunate accident in preschool. A pencil in the pocket. A fall on the playground. You get the idea. I've known since I was 20. Alyssa stared at him. You knew this the whole time?" "Yeah." "Why?" Alyssa started to laugh. It was a hysterical, high-pitched sound. "Get out of my office, Toby." Just get back to the plumbing. Chapter 6. The Proposal Paradox. As the dust settled on the Vance family drama, the focus shifted to Raymond West, another one of the Metro Heights elite, and his overbearing girlfriend, Kiara Thorne. Raymond was tired of the games. He wanted to marry Kiara, but he was terrified of Malcolm's warning. Kiara will take you for everything you're worth, Ray. Get a prenup. Raymond decided to do it. He bought a $60,000 ring. He planned a surprise dinner, but Julian and Liana were there too, and the tension was thick enough to cut with a steak knife. So, Ray, Kiara said, eyeing the luxury bag Alisa was carrying. When are we going to upgrade? I'm tired of being the girlfriend. Raymond took a deep breath. He pulled out the box. Kiara, will you marry me? Right now. We'll go to the judge tomorrow. Kiara's eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. Yes. But wait. I want the 500 guests. I want the 22 Clydesdales. I want the white smoke. We'll have the party later, Ray promised. Let's just lock it in. They left, beaming. Julian looked at Liana. He felt the pressure. He felt the weight of years of not being ready. Liana, Julian said, his voice trembling. I saw the ring Ray bought. I have one too. Do you want to? You know? Liana looked at him. She looked at the ring. Then she looked at the calendar. No, she said. Julian was stunned. No? Why no? Because you're only asking because Ray did it, Liana said, her voice rising. And because I'm tired. Julian, I'm just weary. I don't want to be your ball and chain yet. But what we have works, Julian argued. Why change it? Because you didn't ask me because you love me, Liana shouted. You asked me because you were scared of being the only single man left in the Heights, Julian sighed, looking at his feet. The room went deathly quiet. Miles, who had been lurking in the shadows, whispered, Mayday, Mayday. He's crashing and burning. Liana's face turned a shade of red that wasn't even on the color wheel. What did you just say? I just meant, the hormones. Julian Blake, Liana said, her voice a low, terrifying growl. You have exactly 3 seconds to leave this house before I show you exactly how sensitive I can be with a heavy frying pan. Julian didn't wait for 3. He was out the door in 2. Epilogue. The sound of the soul. Later that night, the Vance mansion was finally quiet. Mother Vivian was in her room, presumably enjoying her medicine. Miles was in his room, playing video games, and basking in the glory of his new Apology PlayStation. Alisa and Malcolm sat on the sofa. I'm sorry I didn't trust you about Serena, Alisa said softly. I'm sorry I was so hard on Miles. Malcolm replied. He leaned over and pressed a button on the remote. The speakers came to life. A deep, rumbling, soulful voice filled the room. I love you, baby. I need you, baby, baby. Upstairs, Miles paused his game. He smiled. Larry White, he whispered. The man, the myth, the barometer. In Metro Heights, the walls were thin, the secrets were loud, and the drama was never ending. But as long as the soul music was playing, the Vances knew they would survive to fight another day. The End. Love, Lies, and Luxury Linoleum. A novel of urban chaos and domestic warfare. Author, Gemini novelist. Chapter 1. The Goliath G Effect. The walls of the Sterling Manor in Vanguard City weren't just thin, they were practically theoretical. They existed mostly as a suggestion of privacy rather than a physical barrier. Dante Sterling, a man whose baritone voice could vibrate the foundations of a skyscraper, sat at the mahogany breakfast table, nursing a cup of espresso that was as dark and bitter as his current mood. Opposite him, his 13-year-old son, Leo, was methodically dismantling a stack of pancakes. Leo was a teenager with the observational skills of a CIA operative and the snark of a late-night talk show host. So, Leo started, not looking up from his syrup. I didn't want to hear it. But at the same time, a part of me, the morbid part, really wanted to hear it. Dante froze, his spoon midway to his mouth. You shouldn't have been listening, Leo. That's a violation of the Geneva Convention of Parenting. I wasn't listening, Dad. I was existing in a space where sound waves happen to travel. And when those sound waves involve Goliath G playing at 3 in the morning. I know what time it is, Dante groaned. Goliath G was a soul singer with a voice so deep it could cause seismic activity. In the Sterling household, Goliath G was the unofficial soundtrack for reconciliation. Who's Goliath G? Dante tried to play dumb, a tactic that never worked with Leo. You know exactly who he is. That big dude with the voice that sounds like a velvet earthquake. I love you, baby, baby, baby. Leo mimicked the bass-heavy rumble with terrifying accuracy. If you guys keep trying to talk that low, you're going to need to hire a translator for the neighbors. Finish your breakfast, Dante snapped, though his eyes betrayed a hint of a smile. Just then, Mama V, the family's live-in, chaos manager, and housekeeper, drifted into the kitchen with the grace of a woman who had seen everything and judged most of it. She took one look at Dante's face and shook her head. He ain't smiling, Mama V observed to the room at large. Where's your mother? Dante asked, ignoring the commentary. Slept late, Leo said, popping a piece of bacon into his mouth. Which, in the world of marital politics, is either a sign of a very good night or a very, very long standoff. Since y'all are still in the same room, I'm leaning towards truce. But, did she actually forgive you for the whole Sabrina Murphy debacle? Dante sighed. That's code for no, Leo concluded. I was hoping you guys made up, but I was also hoping I didn't hear it. But if y'all are making up, I'm definitely going to hear it, because again, these walls are made of hopes and dreams, not bricks. Leo, get to the bus stop, Dante commanded, his voice rising an octave. As Leo grabbed his backpack, he paused at the door. Just a tip, Dad. Next time, try some smooth jazz. It's less vibrational. Chapter 2. The Velvet Main Expansion. While Dante dealt with the fallout of his reputation at the sports studio, his wife, Cassandra Sterling, was busy building an empire. Her salon, the Velvet Main, was the epicenter of gossip, glamour, and high tension weaves in Vanguard City. The salon was currently a construction zone. Dust covered the expensive Italian leather chairs, and the sound of drills competed with the latest R&B hits. Cassandra stood in the center of the chaos, looking like a queen surveying a battlefield. I need that column moved. She pointed at a structural support. Julian Vance, the lead contractor, wiped sweat from his brow. Julian was a man who looked like he belonged on the cover of a fitness magazine rather than a construction site. He was rugged, handsome, and carried a secret that could blow Cassandra's life apart. It's a load-bearing wall, Cassandra, Julian said, his voice smooth. If I move that, the whole roof comes down on your fabulous head. Then reinforce it with something that doesn't look like a leftover prop from a Greek tragedy, she snapped. Her best friend and business partner, Jennifer, a woman whose personality was louder than her neon-pink wardrobe, nudged Cassandra. Girl, why are you so hard on him? If I had a man that fine working on my house,